catch me putting it on black
Buddy.
anymore.
All right.
Radio Zach.
No,
Hello,
we already had that
everybody.
conversation.
It is episode 2. We are here. We are
Oh.
live.
Oh.
Cue the music.
No one's dead yet.
Perfect.
Actually,
We got
I'm
it.
going to make that for you all.
What?
I
Beer?
am a dwarf with a chicken squawk at the end.
I mean, we can just get John in here.
I don't
John's
want John
the
in here
reason
for
that
other
exists.
John's the
reasons.
reason we do that. I don't even
John
remember
is-
why. I just remember he did the bagak.
He was playing Sky Chicken.
Sky Chicken,
Yes,
that's right.
And he just started doing it every time he would cast. It was fantastic. And you were both drunk.
I miss John. Oh,
He's still around. He's just doing other shit. Johnning elsewhere.
Very true. All
I
right.
remember the numerous conversations we had, so you would just calm me down about how retarded he was.
You can't fix him. He's just stupid.
You just gotta enjoy it.
Yeah. You just gotta fucking grab that gravy train and just fucking ride it. Good dude, though.
Yes.
All right. If you all are ready to play some dragons and dungeons,
I'm not a bard, so I can't play the dragons.
Yep.
no,
No art.
dang, this may be a problem in the future.
I still have a 20 in charisma.
Now, if you had
So I can try.
some buxom dwarven lasses, we could talk.
You mean some pillars of stone?
With slight,
That's what I
beautiful
heard.
facial hair. Yeah.
And moderate curvature.
I mean, they're pretty curvy, I'd feel.
Honestly, really curvy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, not even
Have to
thick.
be.
You can't even describe
no,
them as
I would-
thick. Like,
I would say
I would say
thick.
stony
Hey,
is the
they're-
equivalent.
Where's my
She's
special
stony
token?
with 3 Ys.
I think thick.
Well,
thick
it
with
was
multiple
quite
Cs would
quick.
definitely apply.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stony with 1 Y is thick with 14 Cs.
That's fair.
What?
But I don't have a Dwayne Johnson or a gun in mind, so it should take you like 2 seconds.
That's definitely not how that works.
I don't care about the purple background. You just drop the ring.
Oh, you just want the ring?
Yeah,
Oh, well, I can do that in 3 seconds.
Cock ring.
I know. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
Instead of a Jacob's ladder, it's Jacob's ring ladder.
It's just like, is it like putting fucking rings on a
Hey,
barrel?
DM, you're the one that has to wrangle this mess.
That has to wrangle this mess.
Oh.
Oh gosh. All right. So, I think that I will leave goals for later in the session because
No, fuck it.
We haven't actually met yet.
yeah, you haven't actually met yet, and more things will be happening that would drastically change how goals would be structured. So I would feel a little bit unfair asking you guys to make goals now that you would end up completely changing later. So,
2 sets of goals.
without further ado, where we left off last is the 2 dwarven brothers had taken upon themselves a contract from the lord of the area to investigate the northernmost watchtower and see if there is anything that can be done to reinforce the fortifications of the area, and if there is nothing that can be done to fend off the undead until he is able to hire Wafir military to come down. So they took that contract and they went to the northern watchtower, discovered that it was in ruins from some sort of magical blast, they're thinking, and they went up to the top of the ruins to investigate and found some zombies. And then they killed them.
With great
What?
prejudice.
With great prejudice, of course. There is no other proper way. And in the meantime, the other 3 have met along the road, heading north to take on the same contract. And while they were on the road, they discovered, they came across some individuals who seemed to be poking around with some corpses. And then they talked to these individuals, And then these individuals decided that they didn't like them, so then they sicked the corpses on them because they were zombies.
They were fucking the corpses.
Dadgum necrophiliacs.
I will neither confirm nor deny this. Anyway. The point is that once they dispatched of all of them, there is another figure that approached and told the group that he was also not a fan of these individuals after blocking an arrow that
Fun fact,
Chief Deagle
95% of people
shot.
don't approve of necrophilia.
So, that is where we are at the moment. Any questions before we get started?
What? Do you really want to open that up?
Yeah, so you really want to open that can of worms up, or do you just want to move forward?
I think we just move forward.
It's in the best interests. I've got about 30 seconds of restraint left for the session.
Okay, fair enough. I will take that warning while I can. So,
How much gunpowder is stored in the tower we're in?
the three that are on the road, you see the figure that has approached you that is wearing a fairly simple gray traveler's cloak, and it had held up what seemed to be a synthetic arm of some kind that was made of some sort of metal, you may guess, but had some symbols carved into it you can see from the distance.
We can rebuild him.
And then the hand goes up to the hood and draws the hood back, and you see the face of a blue-scaled dragonborn approaching you.
Oh.
And he holds up both of his hands, one of which is a normal blue-scaled dragonborn hand, the other being synthetic, and just says, "I wish not to cause you any more harm. And
His name
these
is
things
Thanos
have
Ken.
caused you.
Dawn Treader.
Will you no longer shoot me, please?" He just sort of looks at Chief Deagle and then follows his gaze to the rest of them.
Chief Deagle will not fire a shot unless you make me.
Well, I intend not to make you. In
Tad
fact, I have
approaches,
been
like,
looking for you.
Riven is kind of like brushing off his cloak and walking toward him and stretching out an arm for a handshake. Said, "Sorry about that."
Well, in these times, having a fast reaction can be life-saving. I just hope that in the future you are a bit more discerning, Chief. Anyway,
Chief Deagle does not regret his decision.
well, we'll see. Regardless, he reaches out his synthetic hand to meet Riven's. You can call me Torin. As I mentioned, I've been looking for you.
He's not a cow.
Oh. Well met. My name's Riven. And he returns a handshake.
Riven, good. And you, of course, and he sort of gives a very slight bow, are Chief Deagle, I am assuming.
I am Chief Deagle. Whoops. Chief Deagle greets you. And then he gives a little slight bow.
Now, how exactly do you do this? Do you, bow the human torso? Do you, bend the horse legs forward a little bit?
He just kind of bends his human part just a little bit. Not enough respect for the horse legs yet.
Ah, got it. Okay. Yeah. And he looks and says, "Ah, and you are Tad, I presume."
I am. And you know my name how?
Let's just say that I serve a master who specializes in knowing things.
Dion!
He knows things.
Ah, so you're approaching me.
He knows.
You approach me.
So, no,
I just the fucking stare scene playing through my head right now.
He's aware of many things that most people are not. We'll put it that way. Although, he told me that there would be 5 of you There are only 3 that I see here. Do you have 2 other companions with you?
Somewhere way in the distance here. Hey! Pull off the tentacles!
Tad just says, "No, I am with these 3 companions. However, my god is always with me," or some other cheesy line such as that. I suppose you could argue that there are 4 of us. However, ultimately, there are 3.
I see.
So, perhaps your master is good at names, but not counting. It happens.
That would be highly unusual. One moment. And he, like, pauses and looks off into the distance for a moment and mutters under his
Is it like
breath.
the 1,000-yard stare, or is he
Kind
actually looking at something?
No, it's definitely a 1,000-yard stare. It looks like he's muttering for a moment. He says, it seems that you all have not met your other 2 companions yet.
Are you one of the 2?
No. I am here
Then
to
who
make
are
sure.
you?
Well,
Make sure.
I am here to make sure that you meet with your companions and that you are able to know and go forth on the mission that my master has for you.
Who is your master? The DM?
Is he... What did you ask?
Who is your master? The DM?
God damn it.
And he replies, his name, well, even if I were to tell you, you either wouldn't believe me or would have no idea who he is. What matters is that he is very powerful, and he can reward you handsomely. Good
Reward
enough?
me with that.
Repeat, there was people typing.
Reward me with what?
Well, the obvious would be some sort of riches or compensation, but what else would you seek if you wanted a reward?
I would seek followers.
Followers of your own?
Yeah, followers of my religion.
What deity do you serve?
I serve my own. He is, as of yet, unwilling to state his name. However, how do I politely say? He's a fledgling god.
Sounds like a half-right demigod. I want your fucking time.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure that I can arrange something with my master. But, for now, we should catch up with the other 2 of your companions before they
Indeed.
get themselves into trouble. And
Chief Deagle looks around.
There's a quick cut, and the town is on fire, and the 2 dwarves are just like,
Having a beer in the burning tavern.
This is fine.
fucking melting some cheese and drinking beers out of that burning inn, like.
not quite, no.
And then and then Urus like looks around for a second and sneezes.
No,
Who the fuck sneezes?
we cut back to the
So nonchalant? Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
we cut back to the top of the tower where the 2 of the Dwarven brothers have just finished dispatching of the zombies, and you all are dissecting them, I believe.
Yep.
That's what was happening.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
How is this going down? Just to give us a little.
Well, mostly we're stealing beholder eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want these eye stalks. They're
And
probably
we
useful
got
for
our
something.
cleavers out, and we're just
Cutting.
Cleaving.
Cleaving.
As one does.
It's probably those things where it's like, yes, before your companions get themselves into trouble, and then it like diagonal wipes, and you just hear fucking just squishy cutting noises. Just in some sort of like Dwarven working song sung in Dwarven with no subtitles. And you just
Is
see
it to the tune of Diggy Diggy Hole?
No, it's probably some like old hymnic sounding one.
I like
And
to
they're
think
just,
that
fucking-
Thuldar, like any song that he tries to remember, it ends up over time morphing into Diggy Diggy Hole.
It probably does, but
Yeah.
we're definitely tunelessly singing as we cut the zombies apart, looking for important things.
Yeah. So as you're cutting them, you happen to, I don't know which one of you would notice it, but probably whichever of you has the higher passive perception, but you hear voices coming from below the tower.
Yeah, and I think whichever one it is, like, makes eye contact with the other one, and it's just like, does the, like, cut across the neck, and the doors prepare to murder whoever the fuck it is.
And you hear the voices approaching from below, and down below we see the three party members along with Torin, the blue dragonborn, and he says, "Ah, there they are."
So,
One moment.
from atop the tower as you approach here, state your name and business, or prepare to be exploded, gassed, and likely fucking melted.
Chief Deagle draws his bow.
And,
You be putting that bow away, you fucking pony.
Oh,
I'll be
God.
making you a fucking biped instead of a quad.
He doesn't say anything. He's just staring back.
Foldar just still humming and hacking away.
Fucking half-height, half-horse.
Yeah. So I am curious, Chief Deagle, at seeing that there are two dwarves up there at the top, and sort of making the connection that these are supposed to be your companions. How does this make you feel?
So
First is continuing, by the way.
if he had hair on his head, it would probably be standing up. But his tail is flicking a lot more than normal.
You know, if you decide to work with me, I got a cart you could pull. It's full of all kinds of shite. I got a beholder corpse up here I could have you pull back to town for me, just like your ancestors did.
I'll
And
be
at this
doing
point-
The best time in their lives, really, before they found that half-right piece of shite you call a god.
At this point, Tholdar's going to look up and look down over the tower. She's in tower. Oh, I got a saddle. I got a saddle we can throw on him.
You can ride him around before you cut his head off.
And at this point,
maybe
you notice...
Maybe you could just grab him by the balls and we could castrate him before he gets too far. Make him more useful.
And
Are you guys wearing?
before you go on, at this point you
I'm
notice
wearing
that the cloaked figure has gone over to the side slightly and has taken his manufactured hand and it's glowing with light blue light, and he is shifting it around, and you see a large slab of stone slowly moving from some of the rubble and rising up to the top of the tower. He says, "Now, before we get any more unpleasant than we need to be, let's come down so that we can all discuss this. Man to man, dwarf to horseman, however you would like to discuss things. Please,
Can I
have a
see-
ride."
Tad, like,
Can we see that he's a dragonborn?
Yeah, I think it's getting towards dusk, so it's getting a bit harder to see, but yeah, he has his hood back still, so you can still see the blue scales.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, Erst's immediate reaction is, "Oh, shut the fuck up, you overgrown lizard!"
Also, at the same time, Tad leans over to Riven and is like, I feel like it's safer if the dwarves stay up there while they talk.
Oh, that's what you're thinking. Get the
And
bombs.
they have ears, apparently.
The best years.
Yep.
Yeah. And so yeah, the two dwarves, you see this fairly large slab of stone slowly rise up to the level that you two are both standing on, and the dragonborn says, "Come now, just step onto that, and I'll bring you on down, and we can discuss things."
And I think Erst like
I don't
looks
think
at
I'll be
it.
stepping on the no
Yeah,
floating
Earth-
stones.
Erst looks at it, spits on it, and goes, "We'll take the stairs."
And the
Trusted no fucking lizard magic.
the dragonborn, just fairly frustrated, just says, "Fair enough. Take the stairs. We will be waiting down here." and he just like
Hey.
drops the glow in his hand, and the rest of you have to jump back as the giant slab just slowly falls like 4 stories to the ground, and there's just a huge thud. The 2 dwarves, you can feel the tower shake a little bit and hear some crumbling.
I think there's like a dry chuckle from Ernest. Hey, tower built like shite. Fucking stupid ass fucking tower. Stupid lizard man with the fucking arm he probably stole. Fucking built that shit.
I already told you, brother. This is what happens when you let humans touch stuff.
Hey, I know. Fucking. Just light the damn things on fire. Have them work for us. Worked best for him in the past.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And I'm pretty sure the party at the base of the tower can hear every step the dwarves are taking down the tower. Like, whoever the fuck these 2 idiots are you guys are now supposed to be traveling with, they are loud. And you can hear the armored one cursing the whole way down. Just bitching about the whole situation. What the gum fucking beholder tentacles, you take shit with me. Fucking trying to take my fucking money. Probably gonna claim credit for a fucking mission you didn't fucking help. So then, I don't even think we come out of the tower. We're inside the door, on either side of the door frame. And you just like, you see Urist's head pop around the fucking... It comes around the corner, the shotgun raised. Alright, what you want?
And the Dragonborn says, "Allow me to introduce myself. My name
You
is
better be doing it quickly, but I take that whale lizard head and use it as a decoration.
Hey, and if you say your name's anything other than Lizard, I ain't believing you.
Lizards walking around on 2 legs. This is what's wrong with the world.
And he just
Give him a wee bit of magic and I get up with it.
he mutters something under his breath in Draconic, and then
What you muttering over there? You want me to come out and cut your tongue out?
Wait,
And-
I understand Draconic. What do you say?
he
Hang on,
said
I
something
might as
about Master said that they would be powerful. I didn't think they would be pains in my ass.
Oh.
And
I'll ask you one more
Yeah, I
time.
think he
What
says
does
it.
it say, lizard boy?
Yeah, he says it in a language they don't understand, and Urist like immediately cocks the shotgun and is like, "No, don't you be casting spells over there."
and he says, "Trust me, Master Dwarf. Even if you wanted to prevent me from casting spells, I don't think you could.
Oh, is that a challenge?
No, a fact."
Tholdar starts running straight at him.
And I think Urist just like locks shield down and drops into fucking shooting stance.
And
Take the skinny one in the middle.
No, I want the lizard boy.
and
Wait,
so Tholdar, as you are charging forward, he holds up his
Hang on.
I keep wanting to say prosthetic, but that's not quite it. He holds up his synthetic hand. It glows slightly, and Tholdar, you just feel as sort of like this pressure
What
in
is-
your head, as if there's a giant hand
Question.
that's just pushing against you.
What does dispel magic do to tuned objects?
Good question.
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure what Urist's reaction would be when he starts doing that is to immediately just fucking look at it and disrupt the fucking whatever fucking weird hand wavy arcanotech does like machines in this world.
Okay, I mean, if you want to try that, you can feel free to. Yeah,
One
let's see
second.
here.
Object.
Let's see here.
Let's see if there's something.
Let's see here, or object.
It's spell only.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tholdar feels
No,
this.
so the thing we're thinking would be anti-magic field, basically.
Yeah.
It would just be like project the field and then just shut it all down.
Yeah.
Tholdar feels it pushing against him. Ah, you're too much of a coward to let me get close. I see how it is, you wee lizard boy.
And he just says,
Hey, wouldn't want to fight you hand to hand, that's for damn sure.
I don't know many that do.
and he just looks to the rest and says, well, it seems that I will be spending more time negotiating how all of you will be working together than actually getting on to how I will be going about paying you.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, I think at the words.
I was going to stop the Mozarts. Did you say there's pay?
Yeah, both dwarves immediately stop.
There's the magic
Heads
word.
come up. I think
Why
Urst
didn't you lead with
immediately,
that, you slimy little lizard?
immediately sheaves the fucking shotgun and goes, "Hey, now we can fucking talk."
Bulldog's going to throw his axe on his back. Get this stupid thing out of my head.
Yeah,
You wanna
and
pay us, you pay
you
us, you
feel the
little
pressure
snake.
cease, and he just says, I hadn't worked with dwarves in some time. My apologies, I forgot that above just about anything except pride and booze, they love their money.
I'd just like to ask what kind of trash you've been working with, if not dwarves.
I think Urst leans over to Thulgur and just like, "You think if you grab him by the tail and swing it around, it'll pop off like an actual lizard?"
I think we can try.
Like Urst is like
what's
looking
gonna pay
at the
first?
tail, kind of intent.
What's going to pay first? All right, what's your pay?
And he just says, well, if you must know pay before I tell you the job, here, this should be evidence enough for you. And he
If you got the pay, we'll do the job.
He reaches into his
Urst,
cloak
when
and
he says that, Urst like holds up a hand. Does the pay include keeping them idiots alive?
Or do we just get to kill stuff?
And he just says, I assure you there will almost guaranteed be killing of things.
Almost is not a guarantee now, is it?
And we don't do babysitting jobs.
We only kill.
On the
Tad steps forward at
contrary.
the same time. Tad steps forward and tries to interject.
Okay.
And he says,
What's this bird thing doing?
I don't have wings right now. I look like a generic human right now.
Oh, I thought you had wings already.
No, I only have wings whenever I
You
go.
like- So you like come up.
You
to
step
say
forward.
something?
Hey,
Shut
you're
the
not the
fuck
one
up, human.
paying us.
Yeah, you
You're
ain't
not the
saying
one.
shit. Sit the fuck down.
I'll come over and cut your tongue out if I have to. Unless
I'll
you
cut
got
you off with
coin,
a
you don't get to
Fucking
talk.
smash your kneecaps, you piece of shit.
Riven's just
I
sat
just
down on the
watch you
ground,
guys just
waiting for this to get over.
All right, now.
We turned
Snake
back.
boy.
Turned back to the lizard. Hey, payment.
And he
Payment.
just says, before I continue, you must know that you will be doing this job with the other three here. Or
Hey,
else you
that's
will
why
not
the
be
important
paid.
question of babysitting or not is important. Do you need
And
him
if
back
you
alive
listen
or
to
not?
me, Tad can take care of himself. And I'm here to assist you, and I care not about the gold.
Well, then what do you live for, you worthless piece of human flesh?
I can't fucking trust you at all. A man who don't work for gold ain't worth shite. Get the fuck out of my sight.
If we're going to work with that one, we get his cut.
And
I
he
work
says,
for a different sort of reward. One you don't care about.
Then you'll give us your cut.
The best part about this whole conversation is both these dwarves are extremely religious.
Also very true. I'm a freaking zealot.
Like, it's just the dwarven interpretation of Talijal's teachings is slightly weird.
Hey, I asked you a question, you wee little human. Are you gonna give us your cut?
1 second. Yes. I am doing D&D at the moment. Yeah. It'll probably be until like 9 or 10 o'clock. Okay, you too. I guess I didn't mention it. Bye. Oh, there we go.
Lizard snake?
Okay, there we go.
I'm just playing the pan flute at this point in the background
I think.
while this is going on.
I mean, if you actually do that, I'm hurling an axe at the pan flute.
Yeah, what's your AC?
Oh gosh.
Why?
That misses. Yeah, I think 2 hand axes come close to hitting you.
Just don't even stop.
You're just like,
Just keep-
do-do-do-do-do-do. You're just like, shut the fuck up!
You just
All right.
keep
You
going.
fucking emo ass looking motherfucker.
Now,
Slit your own goddamn wrists and bleed out on the ground or some shit. And then I think Urs stops and looks at you and goes, Wait a second. I've seen you before. I think he starts, he like pulls his backpack off and starts like digging through. He's like looking through. He's like pulling wanted posters out and like looking at them.
All right. Don't. Hang on. Lizard Snake is the weird, freaky human who doesn't like money, promised gold.
And he just shakes his head and replies, each of you will be receiving a reward, obviously.
So we get his cut.
You will receive more than enough. Trust me.
That's not what I asked. The more than are you daft? More than enough doesn't exist.
I think when that starts, so at this point, Ernst takes the fucking alchemy jug off his bag and then throws it at Thulgar and goes, I'm the negotiator here. Come on, drink.
All right.
So yeah, Ernst takes the shield.
When Tad sees that, Tad addresses the artificer and is like, I honestly don't care about gold. I'm here to assist you in your job without getting in your way.
When you say I don't care about gold, the next thing that happens is Ernst immediately pulls the shotgun up and points it straight at you. Don't be talking to me no more. I can't trust the words you say. I don't want to hear what you have to say. And you can figure it out later.
Get his money. We get his gold. I negotiated that, Mr. Negotiator.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, you ain't paying us. I don't give a fuck about you. You sit the fuck down. You don't fucking talk. Once negotiations are done, we can talk about something else.
And Thuldar's just draining the flask in the background.
Which is never emptying, because that's how it fucking works, and it's amazing.
Well, this is going to get fun.
And,
you have to drink in real life what you drink in game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He might have a wife to take to the hospital. That might be sketchy.
That is a fair point. Anyway, so Thuldar's drinking in the background. Continue to negotiate.
So yeah, I think I'm basically shotguns pointed at the fucking weird human, and I'm looking at the Dragonborn. So you said you had a job. I am contractually obligated to let you know that I am currently already employed under contract, and will have to finish that job before I can do any job for you. Is that acceptable under your terms?
And he just says, that's right. You all are here for the job from the Lord of the Town.
Which we already completed, so if these scunners attempt to take... He's like waving the gun at them. If these scunners attempt to take any sort of fucking money for that, he like side-eyes them, there'll be problems.
And he just cocks his head for a moment and says, interesting. I don't believe that the forces from Wafira were supposed to be arriving for another 2 days. Have you found a way to prevent the undead from coming into the area?
They're already dead up on top of that tower.
And Ernst looks at him and goes, I know the runes you need. I don't have the materials to put them together, but I know a firm back in the holds. I'll suggest it to the fucking leader here. He'll get it put forward, and they'll probably move in and take some of the mineral rights, because he ain't got the money to pay good dwarven engineers. The stupid bastard paid a fucking priest to do it. On top of the fact, and he like looks at the arm, how much you know about artifice, really? Rune magic, specifically.
And he just says, well, it isn't my specialty, but I know many things.
They carve the fucking runes directly into the stone. Fucking idiots. On top of that, they only did ones that have rent revivification. Nothing else. No repellent. No any sort of fucking disintegration. No sort of mine protection. None of it. And then they built that out of fucking human masonry. Out of nothing else. No fucking adamantium reinforcements. None of it. Some fucker just fucking hit the bitch. It collapsed and ruined half the goddamn wards they had, which weren't worth shite to begin with. So we'll get them good engineers and get the job done as effectively as possible. And they'll probably gouge him for everything he's worth. But as far as I'm concerned, he's enough of a retard to get fucking priests to do an engineer's job in the first place. And like spits on the ground emphatically.
And he just shakes his head. Fair enough. Well, you can attend to the rest of your business with the Lord here, but this will be not only a more lucrative job for you, this will also be a more important
I like the sound
one.
of that.
I'm sure you do, Master Dwarf. I'm sure you do. Now,
Master Dwarf. Lizard call me Master Dwarf.
Yeah, I think both dwarves spit at that one.
Talking lizard scum. Alright, well, I say we go collect our pay, then you send us on the way so we can get your money.
well, allow me to actually tell you what I need you to do first.
Doesn't matter.
Whoops.
I think,
Oh boy!
Ernst is, you know, like purposefully ignoring his brother behind him, like waiting for the details.
Yeah, and he just says, well, as I'm sure that you're aware, this undead plague has been spreading for well over a century at this point. And it has
That's
been
why you
quite
need
far.
us.
Well, it's
Not
mostly
exactly.
a human and elf problem, but
Keep thinking that, and we'll see how long that you survive. For now,
he
I think we'll survive just fine.
He lets loose a fucking like deep belly laugh, and he's just like, "The dwarfolds in the north are still holding strong. They didn't even fucking touch the gates. We had
Well,
communications from them the last month that we were through.
We aren't
They're fucking-
exactly all out back.
No, it's just." He like looks at him and goes, "That's only one. We're good in the rest of them."
That's right. I always forget who hates us and who doesn't anymore.
well,
Anyway, get to the point, Snack Lizard.
the point is, do you know what actually caused this undead to start to spread?
Probably the elves.
Probably the elves.
Not exactly.
So it was the elves.
Or the humans. 50-50.
Probably both.
Probably both. Fucking weak bastards. Looking for things they shouldn't be looking for. Trying to get power out of places they shouldn't.
No. Yeah, no, it was just him, human over there like, my granny, I got to bring her back to life. And so then he goes and he casts some stupid spell, and humans.
Probably with fucking gods you shouldn't be talking to and things from beyond. Fucking humans.
Oh my god.
And he says, the point is
It's actually
not...
it's not a conversation point, but whenever Tad hears the just mimicry of a human just crying about his loved one, Tad like actually gains this posture of sympathy of like, yeah, that fucking sucks. But it's not a conversation point.
Toldar's not going to recognize that.
Yep, nope. That would require entirely too much empathy for fucking human emotion. Look, they remember when their mother died. She went out like a fucking hero.
Cutting down swaths of orcs.
Yeah, man.
He just is just continuing on at this point. The point is not who actually caused them. The point is that it was not
Well,
random.
then why'd you ask?
They'd like,
ask
they
who
like,
caused it. I asked if
First-
you knew how.
That's always a who. Anyway, there's an undead plague. We got to go kill some big baddie who started it all. The end. Just
Not
give us the
exactly.
coin and they'll die.
Not exactly.
unless you need us to blow something up big. We can do that too.
I need you to find someone.
We got
Alive?
kill.
We're not exactly sure. There is an
We're not-
extremely powerful mage that was working in this area.
And you want us to kill him.
So good at alive. Just
Do you
So
want
you're aware.
payment or not?
and like Ernst goes. Oh, there's two things. Payment's good, but I ain't taking a job that we ain't gonna be able to do. So if you want us to keep someone safe, you need to let us know up front.
Otherwise,
I'm doing.
things go south as we've learned in the past.
Aye, so you got to be clear up front with who you want alive at the end of the mission.
Because unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your point of view, sometimes collateral damage happens.
Can I have been taking a long rest while this talk is going on? 'Cause I couldn't like, legitimately.
No, if you're okay with fucking
Short
collateral
rest.
damage,
Short rest, yeah.
that's fine. But we don't do precision strikes. Well, I got a good firm of mercenaries that do such things, if you're interested. They're a lot more expensive than we are, because there's a lot more bodies. But they'll get you in and out in a flash.
I got an idea. How about this? You double our pay, and we can promise you he'll come back alive.
I wouldn't take that. A human surrounded by undead?
Okay, if we find him alive, we'll do our best to get him back alive if you double our pay.
That's good. That's fair. We'll do that.
He just says, "Fortunately for you, this individual is not exactly human."
Well, that's a step up for certain. Is he an elf?
No, not
All right.
really.
That's also a step up.
Question.
I
Actually,
might
quick
like
question.
Is he a
Tad
dwarf?
aware that he is no longer a human?
This
No,
this
that's
being is the closest
telling us.
that I think you would understand would be celestial.
Ugh.
Triple our pay.
Aye.
He continues. Now, this mage has been working in this area for some time, but as of recently, any attempts to contact her have become completely unanswered. Highly
Oh, it's a
unusual
she.
and disturbing. Yes.
Hmm.
So, we're not exactly sure what happened to her, but we need to find out, and, if at all possible, try to bring her back alive.
And at this point, Tad actually steps back away from the Dragonborn that he was supporting. He's like, "You said powerful mage isn't able to be contacted.
That's
What
correct.
exactly are you thinking you're sending us into?"
Don't worry about that, you little scrawny lad. You stand behind us, you'll be fine. Providing I don't throw you in for further.
He might make a good projectile.
Aye.
And he just says, despite all that my master knows, he isn't actually able to truly see into the forces that are directing the undead plague. There are actually multiple things, factions, if you might call them, that are making use of the undead magics that were released over 100 years ago. Some more powerful than others, some using the magic for different things than others.
You can see both of the dwarves' eyes just turning off. They just stop paying attention.
Boulder goes back to drinking.
Yeah, they're just they're passing the mug back and forth, drinking from it.
Alright, so you're rambling on about all this mumble jumble that doesn't really matter. You're gonna triple our pay. We got the job done. It's a deal. We'll head into town. We'll be back here in a moment.
Hey,
And he
you
just
point
says,
us in the right direction. You give us the last known location of the individual. We'll do our best to do an extract. If they're alive, they're alive. If they're not, they're not. We'll bring back proof.
and he says,
Yeah?
this is where things get a bit more complicated.
Oh, gods.
Quadruple our pay.
Too many details.
And he just says, here, all of you, look closely. And he holds up his hand and starts to glow.
Is it too much to ask to just write all this shit down?
And
I don't like reading.
you all look at it.
But I can read.
You're all looking at this sort of his glowing hand, which starts to have patterns of light form, and then there's a sudden flash.
Boulder's gonna reach for his axe. If this is some trickery, you're gonna regret that, lizard snake.
And I think you can see Urist, there's a scan company, there's a fucking eyepiece that's scanning the arm while this is happening.
Yeah, and there's a flash, and all of you, as soon as it flashes, you see a view from, you would say a bird's eye, but from way further up than any bird would ever fly, looking over
plane?
much of a ton of land that you can see that clearly has been devastated by the undead plague.
Huge tracts of land.
Oh, my-
Indeed. And you see sort of just this area of land, and slowly, as the vision continues over certain points, you see blue points of light.
Sorry,
The timing was too good.
Oh, god damn it. We told you were not ready for the dwarves.
The dwarves don't concern me. It's the players behind them. Anyway. So there are
They've
points
released
of
the
light
power of full
that appear over certain areas of land, and each of you sees this in your native language. There are like points that are written out in the language. So the dwarves, you see names of locations that are written in Dwarvish. Tad, you probably see it in Celestial, and so on. And it shows that there are a total of 5 different points that are all sort of in a somewhat diagonal line across this area that has been taken over by the undead plague. There
Do I
is.
still have my hands?
You're not. I mean, you know that your hands are there, but you're sort of just like. It's kind of like you're sort of in a vision at the moment. Is what
Ernest
he's
is attempting
put
to
you
try
into.
to sketch what he's seeing.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if you want to try to like, pull out like
He's trying to
your
map it.
thing, yeah, sure. If you want to, you can definitely try to. But yeah, and so you see that
Summons
there.
cartographer's kit in front of him and just starts fucking going.
Yeah, and so you see there are 5 different points that have slightly different names, but essentially they boil down to, in the different languages, there's a desert, a forest, a temple, a swamp, and a river settlement. And each one of them has points at which there's seems to be like larger clearings, perhaps, or more like overgrown, like black, like jungle areas or something of that nature. And you hear Torin's voice in your head say, "These 5 spots were each places where she was working. What I need you all to do is go to each of those spots, investigate, find any signs of her and her work, and report back to me." And the entire view shifts to the northeast, and you see a crumbled, ruined city completely overtaken by undead will be here, where it all started, in Tahayil.
I remember that place.
That sounds like a stupid name.
Once you all have gone to each of these points and found something, you will come back to me, and we will hopefully be able to finally track down where she is. And then you all are like snapped out of the vision and into the evening dusk and look around.
Oops, there goes gravity.
Polar's gonna look down at his mug, look back up like, wait a minute. That actually happened?
Yeah, and
I
the
think
thing that
Chris
you
just puts
each
his hand out
notice.
for the mug.
The thing that you each notice is that despite the fact that the vision is over, when you're like thinking, okay, so I need to remember this and this, is like when you try to bring it back to memory, you perfectly can see in your mind exactly where each of the points were geographically.
Don't think that's an issue for Toldar. He's not thinking about it.
Ernest is still grumbling about how fucking hard it'd be just to put it on a goddamn piece of paper.
And you said desert, forest, temple, and
Swamp and river settlement.
cool.
Are each of the 5 points.
Alright, well, that was a fun trip, but as long as there's stuff to kill, we're in. We already told you that.
If you want me to do that a little bit easier, I got mushrooms in the bag you could use.
And he says,
I'd be careful, though. You ate too many, you're out for a week.
Ah, but they're good for putting you out when I gotta sew your fucking arm back on.
Yeah.
And he says, I will warn you that each of these are overtaken by a different variety of undead power, so you'll have to prepare yourselves differently. For
That's the fun part.
Yes.
All right.
You'll have a different
the kill.
challenge for each one.
It's all the same. They come at you. You add them with an axe. Game
Now,
over.
if you're quite done, we've still got an undead beholder to break apart into pieces, and then a job to turn in and get paid for.
And he says, fair enough, just one or two more things. First, allow me to give you some insurance payment.
Oh, all right.
And he reaches into his cloak and he pulls out a gemstone and he hands it to Urist and he says, do examine the quality of this and make sure that you trust that when I give you whole bags full of these, that it will suffice in payment.
Alright, I'll fucking appraise that shit.
Yeah. So
What role that is. But
let's see here.
is it a magic gem? Is it a regular gem?
No, it seems to be just a like very valuable, well-cut gemstone just from your initial
Can I
look
use
at
maybe my like thieves' tools or tinker's tools to like?
it. Let me see here. I'd let you apply Mason's tools for this.
Okay, yeah.
Close enough.
Or just pressing close, looking over his
what-
shoulder at the shiny.
What's that? Int?
Yeah, int.
I guess more under his shoulder.
And
23.
23. Yeah.
'Cause I get a plus fucking 13 to that roll.
Yeah. This gem is exquisite. This is like one of the finest like. These typically are in like dwarven, like very, very rich dwarven households and such. These are the types of things that are prized possessions of any sort of miners or rich folk of any kind. This small gem alone would easily be worth well over 100 gold, possibly several hundred.
Eris is like looking at it, looks up at the fucking Dragonborn. Aye, that'll do. Well, you'd be better off using them to enhance that shiny arm of yours.
I'm glad that you approve of your payment. Here. And he turns to Riven, and he throws you a small stone with a symbol engraved in it. Use this to get into contact with me whenever you have found something of interest.
Oh, message stone.
If you give me a couple hours of that arm there, I could make it a little bit
You will not be touching my arm. Trust me, my master is far more qualified than you.
better. Like, Eris just, like, kind of shrugs and goes, sure.
More qualified than a dwarf. Lizard more qualified than a dwarf.
Hey, I bet you his master's never built a Warforged before.
I bet you his master's a mule little weasel that hides behind some castle while he sends out real dwarves like us to get his jobs done. Because that's exactly what he's doing.
While they're saying this, I think that he recognized, Tad, that you heard what he said in Draconic, and he turns to you and he says in Draconic, what do you think the reaction would be if I told you that my master existed before the dwarves existed?
Tad just smiles and says, let's leave that detail out.
Hey, what's are you two talking about in that freaking lizard tongue over there?
Tad was just offered the promise of publicity, which is what Tad desires.
Tad.
You know, the
Why you
last
talk
time
like
I
such a
heard
freak?
he's like, I think Eris like listens for a second. Goes, you know, last time I heard that tongue is when we killed that bastard up in the mountains to make our fucking cloaks out of.
Exactly. And we can do it again.
But
Tad
last,
just shrugs.
you seem to remember it crying for mercy before we killed it.
Anyway,
That was a
you
good day.
lot, do whatever you do. We're going to go get our direct pay, and then we're going to hit the ground running, so you better be ready. And at that, Toldar just going to turn and start walking.
Towards the pigs, yep.
Oh, I don't think that we ever got a description of the pigs. Can we get a description of the pigs, please?
So they are proper dwarven war boars. I believe they're actually from one of the fucking holds. So they're probably about at the shoulder, as tall as the dwarves. They are packed with muscle. They are wiry. They have big steel shod tusks with like steel barding running down. They're pretty ornery at the best of times.
Mm-hmm.
Just like their masters.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong chat.
Yeah, that's yeah. Luke found a good picture.
Yeah, because I sent it to Zach though instead of Hadara's. It's coming in now.
Only person that mattered. Yeah, like kind of like that. Like that's
Just big.
big and mean and
There you go.
just ornery. They're pretty quick, even. You'll notice that throughout they have like rune tattoos and a weird like glimmering bluish ink. And the bardings all have like dwarven runes laid in that same weird blue metal and laid down them.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Do you three have any other reactions or words for the dwarves before they leave?
Chief Deagle's going to turn to the
For a
the
size
dragon-
reference.
No, to the
No.
Dragonborn and say, "Do you have any more details about this celestial that we're looking for? How we know it's her?"
He says, Well, trust me when I say that if you come across her, you will know. But if you want more details, her name is Kathra. She is very, very important, very, very powerful. And if you come across her, there will most likely be, or some sign of her, there will most likely be some evidence of a magical experimentation or study, research notes, trinkets, something of that sort.
Very well. Chief Deagle will remember this.
I know exactly how Urist would respond to knowing that. I've never tried to build a magical item out of.
What are you talking about? We're already riding off on the.
I know,
boards.
yeah. But if Urist was there, I never tried to build a magical item out of a powerful wizard before. I think if I drain her with her blood, I could make an amulet.
The Calm 3, any other comments? Questions?
I think he's
just vibing out.
Chief
Literally the
Deagle's
only thing I
definitely
did was-
regretting.
Yeah, I took notes on
That's
where
fair.
the places to look are,
Uh,
and yeah.
Did any of you bother to look inside the tower?
No.
Okay.
I might have just been gazing off into space, so probably didn't pick up anything minute.
I'm not saying Urist would definitely have left it like fucking ready to go, but I wouldn't go in that tower. It seems like a really bad idea for anybody who considers their health.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I think he says, well then, I do wish you three the best of luck in working with your new companions, but trust me, what they left before I could say was that Kathra could change the course of this conflict with the undead, potentially save millions of lives.
Good thing you didn't tell the dwarves that, because they just don't care.
You're not here, shush.
So, so
It's a true statement.
is she a deity, or what's going on there? I might have slipped my perception.
Not
I was kind of
Cough,
spacing
cough.
out.
Not exactly. It's a bit complicated. Are any of you aware of the Five Chosen?
Would Tad be?
Make a religion check.
I'll make one too.
Sure.
This does not go at advantage because there's no way we have groupthink. Okay.
Okay. Chief Deagle, you would guess that there's 5 of them, and they were chosen.
All
Yeah,
right.
it could possibly be the Wendy's 5 for 5. You are not sure.
That's the five guy.
Yo,
That's who they are.
yo,
The 5
good
guy.
fucking deal though.
And the 2 of you who got 18s.
Yeah, I just want spicy nugs.
The 2 of you who got 18s,
God,
it's
I
not
really want some spicy
it's
nuggets.
not an immediate recognition, but you do seem to recall something when you have studied at some point in the past, the study of when sort of Hadara split and created the world as it is. There was something about 5 chosen beings coming into play that were to reside over and protect the deities.
Neat.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, he
Hercules.
asked if
Oh,
any
yeah.
of you were familiar with that.
I've heard of them.
Also, another question. How focused is my deity on me? Like, would I need to remember to set topics aside to ask him about? Or is he basically just watching a continuous movie that is my life while he just kind of does things in the background? Like, am I a Twitch stream for him, or am I a weekly YouTube video?
I'd say you're probably like more of like his work radio. He kind of just like
Podcast.
or podcast or something like that. He kind of carries around a thing to keep tabs on you, but he's doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, would I know that I need to ask him about the 5 chosen? Or can I trust that the next time I talk to him, he'll probably bring...
It's one of those things. I mean, it depends on exactly how much faith in you have in how much attention he's paying based on your relationship. It might not be a bad idea, like just based off your judgment, to probably should mention it, but
Okay.
yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
he
so,
asks that, and
what-
yeah, what did you say?
What do the 5 chosen have to do with it?
Well, simply put, she is one of them.
Oh. I don't remember her name being mentioned before, but could have slipped my
Very
mind
few
again.
know her name. They know... some who are more educated know of the Chosen. Very, very few know their names. You can consider yourselves lucky, if you would like.
I mean, seeing as it will probably lead us to certain death knowing her name, I mean, yeah, I'll go with lucky.
Certain? No, not by any means. Possible? Yes. I won't lie to you. What you are going to go into and face will not be an easy task. As overconfident as those dwarves are, there is a very good chance that there will be less than 5 of you coming out, and frankly, I wouldn't be betting on them.
Well, we will do our best, or do to the best of our abilities what you need us to do. Is there anything else for us?
I know you will. No. Riven, you have the method to contact me if you need me.
All right. And that would just be through message, right? Or
It is
through-
technically a sending stone, is what it is. It's
Oh, okay, gotcha.
basically a two-way radio, is the easiest way to think of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. That's actually super cool.
Yeah.
Got a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And it just says, well, gentlemen, good luck, and do try not to die.
And Riven's gonna send off like a little salute and say, "All right, guess we're following the pigs." Or I don't know.
If you want to have some sort of claim in the contract from the Lord, you might want to go see them before they either take all of his money or kill him or both.
Huh.
That's a
All right.
dangerous suggestion.
Well, it is a shockingly accurate description of the dwarves.
And
So
with
long
that-
as he pays us, we're not going to kill him.
And with that, he'll put up his hood and walk off down the path into the distance.
Huh. That was definitely one of the louder louder bit of negotiations I've been in my life.
You're going to have to get used to it. Dwarves are notoriously loud.
As I have heard.
Somewhere far off in the distance, you just hear someone just going, "Fuck you!" Something explodes.
Don't take it too personal. They hate everyone the same.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
You know they're going to buy you a saddle in town, right?
I mean, you already got the saddle.
We're buying you another one.
2 saddle? How does that even work?
Because it's going to be a funny racist joke.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
The dwarves are terrible people and I love them.
So, yeah, if the three of you don't have anything else, or other interactions, you guys want to head back to the town?
I don't have anything for the current company. I definitely want to talk to my deity.
Okay. How exactly
Hey,
do you
God.
do you end up going about this? I don't know if we've established that yet.
Hey, God.
Thank you, Zach.
How's it going?
No.
Can I have my dogs back? No, fuck you, they're mine.
Oftentimes it's me kind of just waiting for him to show up. He'll just like once a week kind of get bored and want to have coffee.
Oh, God, he's one of those.
Ish. It's less coffee, more like, hey. But if I need to talk to him, I can kind of just abuse the work radio. I can make not constant noise. I can just shout really loudly and get someone to... You know how when you're in church and you're falling asleep during the sermon?
And you get backhanded by your
the
grandmother?
preacher just randomly starts talking really differently, and it wakes you up. Yeah. Work radio.
Swiftest fucking backhand in the West.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay. So do you think this would be something that you would like
It would
try to
be
do on the
stressing
way,
me
or
out, but I would have enough respect for him to not just say, "Hey, drop what you're doing, come talk to me." It's I hope he knows exactly how I'm feeling because he's pretty in tune with me, but I'm going to wait until he reaches out for now. If he doesn't reach out soon enough, I might try to get his attention.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. I think that that won't happen immediately, at least. But okay, cool. By the way, chat says you have a very nice voice.
Aww.
All right.
As well.
So, I think that the dwarves arrive back in town a bit before the rest of you do. Probably, it's... Well, I guess here's the other question is, do you guys stop to rest at all? Because it's basically like bordering on nighttime.
The dwarves do not.
Okay.
The dwarves just roll right in.
Okay. The other three, do you stop to rest at all?
Deagle gallops to the nearest bow place, and he's gonna get some more Bic arrows.
Well, that would be town.
Yes,
so...
I will take some of your finest bow. I would definitely like to take a rest, but...
So as far as I was aware, the dwarves were under the impression we were going to meet them back at the fucking tower, right?
Or at the town?
Like, we were under the impression they were just going to wait
We
for us
told them,
there.
wait for us there. We'll be back. Be ready to roll.
Yep.
Now, when we get back, they can negotiate out a, hey, we need to rest and get provisions.
So we're going straight to the fucking guy, and we're going to head right back to the tower. If they're in town, well, that's their own fucking problem.
Keep in mind, this is like a half-day's journey from the tower to town.
But if they're going to town as well...
Not our fucking problem? The dwarves said what they said. Nobody fucking said anything to the alternative. So the dwarves are going to do what they said.
I'm fast enough to get there and back before the dwarves do.
We're mounted, actually. We're as fast as you are.
I'm literally mounted as well, so...
Yeah, we're the same speed.
Right, so we're the same speed.
As you are.
Yeah, but you gotta stop and talk to some guy.
I mean...
That's not going to go long.
Just get ready for this. This is gonna be great.
I feel like I can make it. Or if you'll let me, I'll just make some arrows out of nearby materials.
I mean, that
They're non-magical.
yeah,
They're
they
really
are.
not that expensive.
Yeah. I mean,
They're just big.
they are big. Yeah,
See,
you would have to like
probably
have
don't
an
even
axe
need
or
like
something.
metal tips or anything for them. You just it's just a fucking tree.
James Cameron! Arrows. Sorry, that was obtuse but necessary.
I'm more picturing fucking Dark Souls great bow arrows personally.
I cannot. Hold on.
Just literal fucking spears.
And again, we can definitely take a rest once the dwarves get back.
Yeah, like we used a little bit of resource, but we didn't use very much. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm Googling Avatar images. I forgot how attracted to this movie I am.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Stop. It's not good.
Oh.
This isn't.
It's not good.
Oh no.
All
I just
right.
want the picture of the impaled mech. Please stop showing me the theory.
I don't want tits right now, Google. God damn it.
Oh, all right. So, yeah, the dwarves are going into town. The other three of
So,
you, what do
question.
you do?
It may have been a case of the player not really paying attention. Not that would happen, but how clear was the message of "Stay here, we'll be back. Be
It's
ready when we're
Quite,
back."
What did they-
quite literally
leave
what
for?
we said.
What did
Okay.
they leave for?
I was gonna
To
say
go
for the
turn in
record,
turn in our
I don't remember
contract.
them saying it.
Yeah, no, Luke literally said,
Yeah, I
stay
said-
here, stay here, we'll be back. Like, we gotta go turn this fucking
Yeah,
quest.
I said we're gonna run in, get our money. We'll be back here, and then we're gonna hit the ground running. So be ready to go.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought that you were saying that to Torin.
That was kind of just to the group.
I was saying that to everybody.
Ah,
Whoever's going with us needs to be there to go with us.
There are-
Or the doors would probably definitely just strike out on their own.
100%. And and then you have to keep in mind too in their minds, right? Neither of them need a rest right now.
So they're not thinking about that. Now, if it's brought up, hey, we have to do this,
They're gonna make fun of you, but they'll probably.
but we'll oblige.
The dwarves will not actively be thinking about anybody else's fucking well-being.
But if it's brought up,
They'll work with you.
they'll work with it.
I say just because there was a lot of miscommunication, it would make sense that
There was
we're
a lot
just
of
like,
you
well,
guys not paying attention to us.
Well, there was a lot of dwarven
White noise?
screaming.
Yes. All of it
Welcome
important.
to the dwarves.
This is gonna be the whole fucking season.
So I mean,
Again, the rest can happen. Just wait there. We'll be back, and then we can rest.
I
Or you can
since
rest while
it-
they're gone
I was
if it's
gonna
a
say,
half day's journey.
It will,
Yeah,
it
you
will
guys
be
can
a
rest
full
while we're gone.
day.
Yeah, you guys can definitely rest there too. We don't care. Like when we get back, we won't want to rest unless you guys need it.
I'm just making arrows. That's all I'm doing.
all right, I'm taking
making
a full rest.
Like the most we would maybe need is a short rest to. No, I'm not full health. Never mind. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm only 7 hit points down. I'm okay.
Yep,
I have
I'm
a couple
taking a
spell
full
slots
rest.
missing, but they're not that important.
So
Okay.
while they're gone, I actually think that might be a decent time for me to have a conversation with the deity.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it on stream per se, but if I clearly got the message of "Stay here, we'll be back," I'm going to stay there because I'm not in the mood to try to piss them off or try to reason with them why I didn't do.
In air quotes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely think that that's definitely a thing that we can do. I think that maybe like we'll follow the dwarves into town first, and then we might cut back to you and have that conversation. But yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I think we can definitely do that. Okay. Yeah. In the meantime, I think that we follow the dwarves journeying on their war pigs through the night. back to town.
I mean, we're not going to talk. We're just getting back.
Sure. But yeah.
Business.
Once by the time that you get back, it is like very early in the morning, so the town's just now starting to kind of get back up and start.
I'm just strolling up to this guy's front door, kicking it in.
As has been
Knock,
previously
knock,
mentioned, there are no doors for you to necessarily kick in, but
All right, well then I'm just walking in.
Oh, I'm here. Close up.
We're walking into the guy's house,
All right,
place
so
of living.
right as we walk in, Ernest looks to you and goes, "You remember Thongril's boys, the engineering group out of Gromnil?
Yeah, what about them?
We'll try to get him a job. So just
Why are you always trying to give other people jobs? They never return the favor. They never give us jobs.
no. He looks at you. He goes, because there's iron in these hills. We could get a dwarven mine out here, so maybe we get some good fucking beer."
All right, I'll take that.
So yeah, so
You
at that
always
point,
know the way straight to my heart.
it's almost like I've been dealing with you your whole goddamn life. So yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
fucking.
you're the one who's been dealing with me.
He side eyes you, and we pull up at the gate on the pig still. Fucking swing both legs over.
All right, Master Castrate, we're here for a pay.
I think Ernest is pulling out. He has the big. It's like deflated and fucking ruined, but the big central beholder eye.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that your brother chopped it clean in half, so it's more like just kind of
100%.
flaps.
It's just a big flap of beholder eye. Yep.
Yeah, and the guards just kind of look at it disgusted, and one of
Yeah,
them.
And then Thuller's gonna twitch at him.
Ernest flaps it at him.
Thuller's just gonna twitch at him and roar.
Yeah, and the both of them.
You gonna let us in so we can get paid and get out of your fucking head or not?
Yeah, and they'll
He's flapping it at him.
Of course, it's more fun for me if you don't let us in.
They will, looking very disgusted, open the gates and will lead you in to the main
And
courtyard.
very loudly as they're passing by, Thuller's gonna look over at Otis and go, "I might kill one of them on the way up just for fun."
You already cut that one's leg off.
Yeah, but the leg ain't the head.
You can get the other leg.
I want the head though.
Yeah, it's probably funnier to watch him up and around anyway.
Exactly. All right, Master Castrate, where you be?
And they lead you up into the main doorway, and Lord Castor is just sort of settling in behind his desk for his first day's worth of business, and she says, "Ah, yes, I heard you coming in as soon as you entered the town. Welcome, gentlemen."
You're welcome.
I put in a warning. And Ernest, I look around. Is there like a coat rack?
Yeah, probably.
Cool. I hang the eyeball on that.
Thuller's gonna point at it. All right, Lord Castrate, there is your proof. Give us our pay, and we'll be out the air.
And Ernest looks at him and goes and does the fucking throat chop thing. And goes, "We got good news and bad news for you."
Ah, always exactly what I want to hear first thing in the morning. Well, go ahead.
Your tower's clear. That's the good news.
Ah, well, I didn't know that the tower wasn't clear to begin with, so thank you, I suppose.
He goes, "You ever seen a beholder before?"
No, I don't think I want to know what that is.
You definitely thought you'd piss your pants faster than you can blink.
Then Ernest goes, "It's like a big floaty flesh sack with tentacles and eyes everywhere. They do weird shit."
Aha.
It was the zombie, is the key important part. But the bad news I got for you is whatever piece of shit priest you hired to do your towers fleeced you hard.
Oh. Is that so?
All the runes on your towers are simply to prevent shit from raising from the dead. None of it's repellent, and none of it will actually get rid of your undead or protect yourself.
Bastards.
As well as the fact, and he puts his hand up and he starts counting things off on his fingers. Your towers are made like shite because they're human masonry. Your runes are carved directly into stone, which means at the best, they'll last maybe 5 years. At the best. None of them are synced to a ley line, so they ain't got their own internal power sources, so you'd have to keep them fucking powered, which is no good for anybody. As well as the fact that you had humans manning the damn things, and it looked like they panicked and broke slightly before the tower exploded.
Exploded? Really?
From the inside.
From the... Oh. How exactly did this happen?
He like kind of thinks. I don't really know.
If I had to guess, it was elves.
Aye, probably a safe bet. And he goes, however, I do have more good news. And at this point, Urist pulls the only clean thing you've seen him ever pull out of the pack. It's a sheaf of papers. They're immaculate.
Okay.
And we would, as modern humans, we recognize them as like typeset paper, like check boxes and all this shit, and they've been filled out.
Okay.
And Urist puts them on the fucking desk. That is an official survey form of a Dwarven engineer. That, with my recommendation on an envelope with my seal, will get you in contact with a proper Dwarven engineering company, which in shorter than a month will be out here to survey the site fully and give you a full price quote for the actual towers you're looking to have.
Yes.
They'll be dwarf made, they'll be reinforced properly, they'll man them themselves for the time being till they can train your troops to not be complete ass fucks. And the runes will be the right ones and the exact ones you require. It ain't gonna be cheap though. I put an estimated price quote on the things, and it flips over, and you can see it's in the tens of thousands of platinum.
Oh.
And he puts a hand up. The good news is, I did a wee bit of prospecting while we were up on the hills. You got iron, lots of it. That company has been known in the past to trade for the mineral rights and the rights to set up Dwarven mines in the area. You wouldn't have complete legal jurisdiction over the mines, but I mean, you'd be the closest trade hub to a mine making Dwarven equipment out of iron, so that seems like a plus, if you ask me.
Though, I do want to know, I suppose that would mean that we would be getting quite a bit of traffic of dwarves coming through the area, yes?
You got a problem with dwarves?
And Earth kind of does one of those, kind of, as a general rule, Dwarven miners don't like human towns. You wouldn't see much of them you'd see merchants. Merchants are a bit more reserved than the rest of us, because I got to make business. We kill shit for a living. That's our job. Their job's to sell shit to stupid humans. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm. And this is the point at
Regardless is if you'll take my advice or not, that's the papers. You can take a look at them. I'll seal it before we leave. You got to promise me you don't open the letter. You open the letter, deal's off.
I asked you if you had a problem with dwarves.
I think the alchemy jug hits you in the side of the head. Just.
And I think that Lord Castor turns to you. To answer your question, no. I just like to know exactly what I'm getting myself into, as I'm sure you do.
All right, we're fine then. Takes a big swig out of the flask.
And he says, well, this does seem like a very interesting offer indeed. And, especially if I'm able to work out some sort of trade deal with these miners for the iron that you claim that I have in my hills, then yes, this could end up actually being cheaper than the Wiffiran military.
He kind of thinks and just studiously just doesn't say anything.
Showing restraint. Interesting.
Foldar's just drinking.
Contrary to popular belief, the dwarves are not stupid. And they know exactly what they're doing and what they're saying.
Well, Foldar might be a little bit stupid.
I was going to say, at least one of you does.
Yeah, there's a reason one of us...
Foldar knows what he's saying, he just cares less.
Man.
See, what this guy doesn't know is the fact that once you get dwarves on your land, they don't leave. Ever.
Okay.
The dude's literally signing away a new dwarf hold at the moment. And
Foldar's gonna wipe his mouth after a particularly large swig. All right. You guys got that business settled. Now, how about our pay so we can get out of your hair?
Ah, yes.
I believe we settled on 170.
We settled on 160.
Well, for the brief amount of time it took us to do what your people couldn't do in weeks, I think 170
Here
sounds
is
fair.
160. And he puts down on the table a pouch of 160 platinum.
And Foldar's
Ernst-
going to grab him
Ernst-
by the back of the neck, draw him in close. I think 170 sounds nicer.
While this is going on, Urist is like very carefully removing the coins from the bag and counting them.
And
Like obviously doesn't trust the guy.
Can I make an intimidation check?
yes, you can.
Do I get advantage from my brother?
I think he's counting
Yeah,
coins.
I mean, I didn't necessarily help here, but I definitely helped. Like I'm saving his bacon at the moment, so
It's up to you, David. I don't have to do it.
If he's not actively participating in the intimidation that is happening
Okay.
currently, then no.
21.
21.
21.
And the guy is just, oh, unhand me and have another 5.
I said 10.
That'll do, brother. That'll do. We need to get moving anyway.
Okay.
And he just like
I wanna do
reached
something.
back into his pouch and just like threw the 5 like out frantically. What are you wanting to do?
What role would it take to grab his hand and chop off a pinky?
No. I mean, I'm totally down for this, but Urist at this point is just trying to make this fucking sale, and you're fucking it up.
Do you think
I think-
Foldar cares?
Yeah, I think Urist is like probably knows what's about to happen.
Just
and
yelling.
Is quickly shoveling the fucking coins into the bag, shoving the bag into his bag, and getting ready to run out of the building.
What role would that take?
Well, that'd be sleight of hand.
No, that would be if you're trying to do it without somebody noticing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that
We're not
for what you're
pretending
doing
it doesn't exist.
first, I think
Athletics?
that yes, that would be athletics because it would be a grapple check.
Okay. Ooh.
Wow, you rolled
Okay,
like
yeah,
I rolled
you
really bad.
rolled very poorly, so there is definitely a chance that he
You
beats
still
you.
get a +9 though, so that helps slightly.
Oh,
He rolled a
he breaks
19.
free. Yeah, and you're just like trying to grab at him, but like he's been sweating, and so he's just a little bit slippery. So he yoinks out of your grasp and just, I've paid you more than we agreed upon. Now leave, please.
All right. Well, we could have done this the easy way if you just agreed to terms.
Oh, God damn.
I'm swinging
And I think-
for his head.
I think what,
Oh my
so whenever
God.
you start to do that, you get hit in the fucking side of the head. Because Urus is like, Thora, we have to go. Those idiots are waiting for us.
All right.
You ain't got no fucking time for this shit.
Foldar's gonna turn around and look at him. Just go. You're gonna be short a guard on the way out to make up for that.
I think Urus is like kneading his fucking temples slightly.
And we'll walk out.
And Urus, before as he
And
is, so Thogar
Foldar's
walks
gonna
out,
yell
right?
behind him. Foldar's gonna yell behind him. Just be glad I didn't make Lord Castrate a more fitting name for you.
Yeah, as Thogar walks out, Urus like takes the papers, folds them neatly, puts them in an envelope, seals it, puts it on his desk, and goes, "Well, regardless of what the idiot says, you pay well. So they'll do good business with you. Have a nice day, and I apologize for your missing guard. Except I don't really give a shite." And then just walks out.
Why didn't I just make the notice in Wafira?
Do I need to make a check to behead this guard on the way out? Or do I just get that for free?
It's just a fucking grab bag on the way out. Because it probably should be.
I think we'll just let that rule of cool. We'll just let that slide for
So
the
like,
time
like
being.
dinner mints? Is it just
As-
like
so as we
grabbing a
walk
whole
out-
handful of dinner mints as you leave?
As we walk out, Polar just swings his axe to the left and takes that guard's head off and keeps walking.
Can it be the one that wasn't scared of us that we killed? And the,
No, I
the
scared.
little,
No,
the
I'll
little,
let-
little terrified one stay alive, just like, oh god.
no, I respect the one who wasn't scared. I'll take out the one who was.
That's fair. So as we're leaving, Eris is like looking around for a saddle store.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, given the size, I think that there would be like not necessarily a saddle store, but a place for like treating horses and such. There's probably a stable near the edge of the town that has
Cool.
such wares.
Was
Yeah,
that gold
yeah.
or platinum?
It's platinum.
Okay.
165 platinum a piece.
I'm gonna take 82 of it. I'll let you have 83.
But no, it's 100 a piece.
Oh, that's right. Well, but he only threw 5 more, so we get 2 more to split between us.
Ah, okay.
So I'll take the 2.
Yeah, so I'll look for one.
Okay. Yeah. It's like I said, it's probably like on the edge of the town. There's a stable that has several horses for sale, and there's a grungy middle-aged man who's there working on some horseshoes.
Yeah, so Eris like hops off the pig. Evening. Morning or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what time it is.
Yeah, it's definitely first thing in the morning, and the man
Alright,
looks
yeah,
at
so
him, grunts.
he's just like, morning.
Oi, yeah. How you doing?
You got saddles. Aye.
Yep, over there. And he just like points to the wall and has several of them just like lined up on the side of the wall. Handmade, quite nice.
Yeah. Eris is like looking and he goes, if I said I needed one to fit on a centaur,
Oh. Where you got the centaur?
it kind of walked up on me. Seeing if I can tame it.
Ooh. Good luck.
Hey, it'll be a fun time.
Let's see here. For that, you need quite special material. How big is the centaur?
He's a big one. I can cut him
Ooh.
off the legs though.
Legs don't matter as much for saddle. Gotta have enough to get around him so that you can control him good.
Thought I was just
He's
gonna
like-
look over at Eris. Why are we even doing this? I already got a saddle for him.
Yeah?
Yeah, I told you that at the time if you bloody listened.
I don't listen to you.
I'm like, oh, I got a saddle, so can we get back so we can get going?
Alright. And he like looks around and he's like notices there's like some quite nice like leather rear pig barding and he's like, oh, so I ain't wasting your time. I'll buy some of that.
He says, oh, sure. And yeah, I think just fairly simple exchange that we can just kind of hand wave.
Yep. We may hate humans, but I can respect the honest worker.
Yeah.
They're at least fucking trying to
Much.
do
It's
something.
honest work.
Here we go. Make our way back to the rest of the idiots.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And rest of said idiots. What are you all up to? Since it's been about a day, I think it's been, yeah, like I said, about a day. So each of you, I think, has had enough time to take a long rest. So go ahead and, assuming that you decided to take a long rest, restore all of your stuff.
How many arrows could I have made?
Well, for one thing, I think I'm gonna have you make, well, first of all, what are you actually using to make them?
Tree branches. Like,
Okay.
well, I guess like more like big tree branches. And I'm like carving them out.
Do you have
Of the
something to
wood.
carve them with?
I have a mace.
That
Does not.
So
there were some hand axes that got thrown earlier, by the way.
Oh, that's
hey,
true.
I found one of those, and look, a carving
Okay.
axe.
Okay.
Hell,
Yeah. Hey.
they're really. You even
Carving
recognize like
axe.
these are some nice ass hand axes, yo.
Hey, there you
like,
go.
There we go. Carving axe. There we go.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. I think that you can use that then. I think that will require a survival check from you to see how many and how well you are able to craft some nice big arrows.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh.
So the forest is on fire when we get back.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, seeing that was fruitless, I'm gonna meditate and see if there's any
Well,
undead or fiends nearby.
Okay, so what hold on. This needs a description. You
Do
just
you-
crit failed.
Do you just
an
cut
attempt.
yourself instead? Do you whittling away at it and you just fucking chop your thumb off? Like, I don't
No.
know.
I think the way it goes is that I start whittling on the first arrow. And you know how when you're sharpening a pencil and the tip breaks off in the sharpener, and then you stick it in again and it breaks off again, and you just keep doing that over and over again for like an hour?
Jerk. Who
I think
hurt
that's what happens. Freaking pencil sharpeners, man. Screw those things.
That's why you hand sharpened your fucking pencils, man.
Though it is all pencil sharpeners of all kinds. They treat me bad. But anyway. And then I think
Yeah.
he's gonna do that for an
Fucking-
hour and just give up.
Fucking knife, a nice sharp knife, 2 swipes, and you're done.
All right. Well, I don't have a knife. So
Yeah.
That's a personal problem.
I have
No,
a carving axe.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does not work out, and you are not able to get.
Oh, fuck.
You're not able to get any more large arrows made. I am sad to say, Chief Deagle.
So sad. All right. Well, then I'm gonna meditate.
So sad.
Is there any like undead or fiends within 5 miles of us?
Within 5 miles, I think the answer to that would be yes.
Okay.
Wow,
That's a lot of text.
that is a lot
Yeah.
of text.
Just the second paragraph. Oh no.
The
The
beast. Oh, you know what? You want to talk to some squirrels?
last one. No. The second to
You can
last
totally talk
paragraph.
to some squirrels.
I'm not gonna talk to squirrels.
Oh, okay.
For you, Squirrel Scout.
Multiple groups of your favorite enemies.
Squeaker squeak squeak squeaker squeaking.
Multiple groups of your favorite enemies
boy.
within range. You can learn this information for each group. Okay. Yeah. There aren't necessarily like any large groups, but you can definitely tell that they're sort of like scattered out in the distance, more like to the northwest.
All right, I'm gonna make note of those to avoid whenever we head out, despite the dwarves' wishes.
I was gonna say that is technically the direction which you can like bring up the overhead view that Torin showed you in your mind. You can bring that up from memory, and you remember.
Can I mark it on the mini map?
I mean, you can just kind of like make a mental note of. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some waypoints on the mini map in my head.
There you go. Cool. I like it. He just imbued you with a little mini map. It's on your HUD
Sweet.
now.
My quest item.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I definitely think the party hears the dwarves long before they see them.
Right. Though, before that, I think that, Tad, I think that you get a chance to have your nice little conversation with your celestial pimp daddy.
Quick question. With a long rest, I just roll my hit die, and that's how many die or how much
Nope.
healing
Nope.
I receive.
Long rest,
Long rest,
you,
rest,
get
you get
everything
everything.
back.
Okay.
And this man's is gonna DM a game.
Oh. Hey, rules are
Um,
confusing.
And it's also just worth clarifying things.
Yeah,
DMs
of course.
can also kind of
Just let me mock. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
God, we're
Screw
making
you.
fun of you here.
So yeah, I kind of step off to the side and crank out a chicken, and simultaneously lean up against a tree and call on my god, which we still haven't named. Would we
Something
have
in from out.
established a certain passphrase? Like, if he
Oh, you
hears
have a
over
safe
the work
word.
radio- if he hears over the work radio, beep 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 beep, Does he like instantly appear, or
God, he's such a piece of shit if he's still talking in Morse. Jesus.
Oh.
Morse code operators.
Oh, shit.
bear in mind, I don't have a lot of this defined, mostly because I don't want to step on your toes as the DM in defining things about the flow.
Sure,
This
sure.
man's needs to sit on me and use fucking lore building sessions sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's literally
that's
how much can I get away with the game.
I had a few of those conversations.
Yeah, no, we legitimately did. But yeah, okay, yeah, no, I think that it's that's reasonable enough. I think that makes sense. I think it's probably like some sort of like special phrase in Celestial that sort of means something to you, maybe like an inside joke or something like that.
Okay.
What exactly that would be, not 100% sure. You can potentially come up with something.
To be determined.
Okay.
Like how what's sentimental? How sentimental would my deity be? Like, would my first words as in Celestial mean something to him? Or am I just a tool for him to use? Or where am I in that spectrum?
I
Because
think
I'm definitely on the spectrum.
Hey!
I think that it's definitely a matter of, like, you know that you are, like, the most valuable tool that he has. Like, he still, like, uses you as an instrument, but he makes you feel
I'm the
good about
prized
being
cow.
used as an instrument. If that
I'm
makes
the
sense.
prized cow.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. That phrase would probably be something more formal than it wouldn't be like my first words that he recorded.
That
Okay.
would be creepy.
Ball.
Wait, what?
Your first words. Ball.
I
Wow.
want your dick.
Thankfully, I'm not Catholic.
Hey.
Nice.
Never gets old.
Nope.
Never. Just like the Catholic boys.
Oof.
Best part about Altar Boys, I keep getting older. It's the same age.
Oh, God.
All right, so yeah, yeah, you are just sort
Those
of
jokes never really get comfortable, just like you.
Nope.
yeah.
Hey.
Oh,
God, I can derail myself.
The dwarves aren't even in this scene.
at
It's
this point,
fantastic.
there are no rails. Where are the rails? I don't see them anymore.
The dwarves lit them on fire.
Welcome to Factorio.
Or stole them. They probably just pulled them up and stole them, honestly.
Sold them for
Or trying to
scrap.
impale people with them or something. Yeah. Anyway.
Not trying. They fucking did it. That's the scary part.
Yeah. So,
Anyways,
you found
so
an isolated
I
spot
keep,
to
like-
get a hold of him?
I speak our, not passphrase, but just the
Thank you for making a collect call. The number you've contacted is either disconnected or not available at this time. Please try again later.
So I call him up, and does he just pop into view, or
Skype call.
I think maybe how it
Space
sort of
Skype.
works for you is that it's almost
all
kind of like
glowing.
I guess kind of how you would imagine like an augmented reality type thing. There's sort of like a little section. There's like a sort of like a door or a passageway or something
so
that
I
sort of like
look
shows
into
up.
myself.
What's that?
I cross my eyes and I look into myself.
Oh God, you look like a retard.
No, I think
You
that
fucking-
I'm thinking the way that this
Use
could
your
work is
third
that,
eye.
yeah, he sort of like makes this doorway open wherever you are, and you just sort of like walk through into sort of like a chamber in this that like maybe is there, but maybe isn't there. You never entirely figured that out because when you step out, you don't really feel that much of a difference.
Uh-huh.
And there's sort of
And,
just
like,
this.
I'm still in the same position in the material plane.
at least as far as you're aware, but whenever you look around at anything else that you're there, you recognize that, oh, this is like some place in his plane, you know? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think as per usual, the passageway opens up and you can see sort of like the warm light pouring in from one of the hallways in his domain that he has made for himself.
I just stroll in, and I'm fairly casual. Like, I understand I need to get to business, but I still can make side comments and just, I enjoy you're changing things up. Adding a few new decorations and a few new rooms.
And this figure spins around and looks at you. This, I think, fairly tall, handsome, probably just wearing a fairly simple white robe with golden embroidery around it, long flowing gold hair coming down, and sort of a very nicely trimmed and styled beard as well, a very sort of sharp jawline as well. And Tercy says, "Ah, Tad, welcome back. It's been so long since you've been in. How have you been, my boy?"
Well, the material plane fucking sucks.
Oh, yes. I could so imagine if I were able to go over there. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry that you have to be out there and spreading my name and stuff, but I'm also not really sorry, because that's kind of the whole reason that I have you there, so...
Well, we're being in the oven, so yeah. Anyways, dwarves, what a fucking race. Hey,
yes.
How do you get along with Tali Jala?
Oh, Tali.
He doesn't know who you are, does he?
He's, I think, maybe aware. Sometimes I'm not really sure about that exactly.
Okay.
The few times that I have tried to be in contact with him, I've gotten very loud, very angry answers that I didn't really like. I don't really like being spoken to in that
It's
sort of
almost
harsh
like
of a
you're on the
tone.
material plane with me.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Except if the beings on the material plane could sort of make your existence eternal torment if you piss them off enough, yeah.
Thanks to the dwarves.
I will admit I might have attempted to parallel ourselves. I apologize. Regardless, if you ever happen to have dinner with him, please, for the love of I don't know what God you pray to, put in a good word for me.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Got it. That won't be happening.
So
Got it.
I assume you're aware. I ran into some dwarves. I ran into a centaur. He's kind of interested. We definitely need to figure out what the fuck we believe, because he really just wants the benefits.
Yeah. You'll run into those people, but ultimately, as I've been writing down in my journal that I will someday publish and will become the word that I spread via you and all the rest of my followers. I'm working on it. It's in the editing process. Don't worry about it. It's working.
Someday.
It's working. It's a work of art.
We should really get some wizards, some editors. Get someone else.
Wizard editors. I like it.
Get someone else too.
Yeah,
Regardless.
I would love to do that, except it seems like the elves have a little bit of a problem with undead kind of being all up in their shit. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, as I have written in my good book, where was I going with this?
Patron Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I was getting more Jim Carrey
Very
vibes.
much reminds
I'm
me
getting
of
Jim
Jeff
Carrey.
Goldblum.
I was getting huge Jim Carrey vibes.
Yeah.
I'm really happy
like
about that
Ace
because that's kind of what I was going for.
I would say I'm getting like Ace Ventura vibes from this. It's
I'm
like-
very
it's like-
happy you caught
like
on.
striding around with the rolled lips smile, like with the big exaggerated hand motions that
Yes.
are like super jerky. Just like
Absolutely.
I just don't quite. It's just. Have you ever called a guy and like he just doesn't quite mesh with you? Yeah, that kind of.
Yeah. No, I'm super happy you caught on to that because that's definitely what I was going for.
Good, because it was like 2 seconds in, I was immediately like, that's what we're going for here. Got it. Yep. I'm on. Wouldn't surprise me if he does like a leg over the fucking like into the armpit on the run if he had to or something.
Yeah.
So I ran into some new people. Still doing the whole PR stunt thing. It's so far fun. Combat. Wow. What the fuck is magic? Let's not get into that conversation again.
Oh, yeah.
I do have to leave at some point today. Regardless, you should totally make chill with Our Mall, which I know you're into, and Tali Jala. And also, who the fuck are the 5 chosen ones?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You ran into some people who know about them. Actually, here, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here, Tad, my boy. The one that you ran into is kind of, sort
Way
of,
too close to your face when he's doing this.
Yes, absolutely. He, like, leans in so that, I wonder what a Celestial's breath smells like. Anyway, DM thoughts.
Probably also boy dick.
Also that.
And he just says, shall we say, the right-hand man of one of them? So, don't piss him off because he could probably decide.
That's where it went. Okay.
So,
dude's he's the right-hand man because he's missing it.
Anyway, basically, they are really, really old, really, really important, really, really powerful, and yeah, it sounds like one of them has given you a quest. Awesome! That is perfect.
Okay, so I'm not getting anything from you. I'm gonna go back. I need a new weapon. You need to make friends.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to figure out the Pantheon. I'm going to get you a wizard to write for you. Cool. Anything else besides more tasks for me?
And at this point, like, he's sort of walked into, like, a main, like, big, lavish dining hall area, and he says, let's see here. Covered that. Yeah. Okay. Here, actually. And, he's, comes over to the table, and, he's got a bunch of papers that are scrawled out all over the place, and, he reaches over and, like, waves his hand for a moment, and a bowl of fruit appears. First of all, have one of this. Make sure that you are, up and in perfect physical condition, so that you may spread the news. Let's see here. Praise my name. Let's see here. Yes. And he spins around with a neatly folded paper. This is something that you can show to the centaur, potentially.
You got me a pamphlet.
I got you a... it's not quite a pamphlet form. I'm still working on that. Layouts are very, very hard and complicated.
Fair enough.
Like I said, work of art takes time. But this will sort of give him just a general idea of who the gloriousness of moi is, and who you are, and why we are badass, and why he should follow us.
So
Also,
during this whole exchange right now, Tad's head's like folding back, like, "Oh my god, you were so full of yourself." Like, you raised me, and oh my god.
Also, have you ever seen the licensing fees on God Photoshop? It's ridiculous. Okay?
So many.
God.
They try to put watermarks on everything.
The souls per hour ratio on them fucking things, it's just unfair.
Yeah, and it's just a very nicely embroidered, like, the page almost glows with the golden embroidery and the text in very, very fine lettering. And yeah, it is pretty much what he says. Very, very well embellished, but yeah, it's definitely like a mission statement, if you will.
Here's our company values.
Hey, company values got me a job, damn it. Anyways, I go ahead and take the pamphlet from him, and I just say, "Oh, word of warning: before you meet Tali Jala, you might suppress the ego. You also might enhance it. I don't know. I don't fucking know what the word's like."
Yeah. Trust me, I've had a few interactions with good old Tally, my boy, and trust me. I don't think that I'm going to be talking to him anytime soon. Something about, fuck off, you little insolent dwarf. Do you even know who I am? Big, angry, major deity noises. Anyway, yeah, won't be talking to him for a little bit, but, my dear sweet Alramal. Her I'll try to get hold of.
Yes, if you hear more from Al Ramal about how the fuck magic works, let me know.
Yes.
Anyways, I'm off.
Do have fun, Tad, my boy, and remember, spread the good news everywhere that you can. Praise me,
And, like,
praise me.
I do, like, genuinely believe in the power of my deity. Like, he is my go-to dude for shit getting done.
Mm-hmm.
I totally get fed up with him.
Oh yeah. Like, and I'm wondering, like, was this like fed up state? Did this like develop over time, or like from the moment that you arrived there, were you like, how am I going to live with him?
From like age 5 to 9 or so, it was like, okay, this is my life. It kind of sucks. He took me from my parents, but this is my life now. And then right around when I hit puberty, it was like, oh my god. And we're still kind of in the rebellious phase, but it's mostly a case of, like, we're doing cool shit. The whole magic research really interests me. I'm still polytheistic. You can't change that.
Sure, of course.
That's most people in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just the fed uppiness is kind of the price I pay for having such individual attention from the pseudo deity. So I accept it. I will definitely call it out every now and then. But
sure.
It is what it is.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Yeah. In that case, if that's all that you need from him, you just kind of waltz on back out?
I saunter back out. I do take that fruit that he offered.
Yeah. There you go.
And what is said fruit? Question mark?
It's some sort of like strange pear kind of thing. It like you grew up on them. They're one of your favorite snacks, so it's a nice gesture.
As in rabbit or hair as in shit on my
pear. Pear.
Like the fruit.
Oh. I heard H something.
Oh my. Or like an acceptable shape of woman. I don't know.
Yeah.
And like, would this be something that I would immediately snack on, or it's like, this is ambrosia, I save it for when I need it?
I don't know. It's definitely like especially given like how more or less often that you end up getting in contact with him, it might vary. Like if you're like getting in touch with him like pretty much every day, then you might not really care as much because he probably offers them to
every day. It's like weekly at most.
Okay, yeah, then this is a little bit more of a treat.
Okay, so I'd pocket it, but I'll eat it within the next day or so.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so, Chief Deagle has been trying, with limited success, to
cut his own hand off.
to make some arrows, and by limited, I mean absolutely none whatsoever. Riven, what have you been up to?
Yeah, so Riven has set up a tent because when they left, it was nearing sunset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he had like set up a tent with like a little fire outside, and he was, he went to sleep in the tent. He's probably like right about now would be 8 or 9, maybe 10 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's sitting by the fire making some food, and we can roll for that to see how well it turns out if you want.
Sure, yeah. If you want, do you like? Is it just like herbs and stuff? Do you
he
go
probably
hunting?
Found like he probably. I don't know. That's a good question. I would imagine like a squirrel ran by and he just firebolted it and then just stuck it on the fire.
I mean, if you firebolted it, do you even need to?
That's
you
fair.
obviously probably need to
It does have a
skin it and
spear.
stuff, but like
I
you
don't
need
think
to
it
clean
would,
Yeah.
evenly cook the meat at all. It would
At all.
yeah.
I
Like,
don't know.
part of it would
He
be
is
charred,
he
but
is
part of it would be
11th
raw.
level.
This is fair.
But then you run the very real risk of it just being completely just
No, you
charred.
could
Right.
I don't know. Maybe you could like
spear and then
make
skin
an
it.
go ahead and like make a survival roll to see like how well you are able to firebolt your squirrel and cook it
Alright.
properly.
Ooh.
Averagely.
Okay.
I mean, all squirrel is this way, but this one was especially like kind of like cooked more in some places, cooked less in other places. It's stringy. It's not the best thing you've ever made.
Right. But hey, it's better
It
than
is.
nothing.
It is objectively food. Yes.
Yup. And now he's like tied the pelt to his belt, and he's probably gonna sell it later or hang on to it or
Charred
something.
squirrel pelt.
We'll figure it. Yeah, he's gonna find something to do with it.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, and it's gonna take the dwarves basically back until dusk to get back. So do you guys like do anything in particular, like have any particular conversations while you're waiting for them to get back or anything?
I think.
Yeah, you can go
Yeah,
ahead.
you go. No, you go.
Okay, well, Chief Deagle's gonna go find after he concentrated and found the zombies or undead or undead and fiends, whatever one they were. He's gonna go to Tad and ask some more questions about who this god is that he's serving or whatever. Specifically, what is he gonna get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
So, I assume you phrase it exactly like that.
I can we can roleplay it out if you would like, because you got that note thing.
Go for it.
So, Tad, about that deity deal, Chief Deagle would like to know exactly what he would be getting.
Well, Chief Deagle, frankly, it's not really all benefits. It's quite a bit of give and take. And it's at this point that I do my whole release the radiant energy within me. I restrain it a little bit, but I make sure to step back like more than 10 feet to avoid hurting him.
Sure,
But
yeah.
the reason my eyes are burnt is pretty obvious at this point. The glowing wings extend from my back, and I just float up into the air for 3-5 feet. And from there, I just continue talking. This came at the expense of me losing my parents, though they are alive. I was simply taken from them. Ultimately, what we're after is really exploration of the celestial. My deity isn't really a deity. He's mostly a demigod who wants to be a big boy. And I like catch myself like, shit, he can hear me at any time I'm talking.
Yeah, that's right here.
Regardless of my slurs or my common stances on him, it really is something that has some benefits, but it does cost you a little bit. The entire purpose I'm out here is to benefit him. Now, if you're going to do things that would happen to be in line with what he does, maybe a little less costly. But for what I've gained, I would say I've paid very little. Albeit, I don't really know the opportunity cost. I don't know what I might have had elsewise. Probably a standard farm boy life. So I would say I came out the better for it. Generally, what the tenets is exploration of the celestial and magic. We're really trying to dig into what the fuck magic is and how that works, and also trying to figure out how one becomes a deity. Everyone knows that it's basically through how many people you have worshiping you. But where's the translation? How does someone's faith in you protecting their farm translate into their avatar laying waste across the lands a millennium away during some god's war.
So you're saying a lot of really big words, and Chief Desert Eagle is trying to pay attention, but he's just like you're saying these words about magic, and he's just kind of like spacing out and like blinking and just trying to understand what you're saying, and then he comes and says, "So you
Good
would my
question.
tribe need to explore this?"
Does Tad realize that you're not grasping everything he's saying, or is he in a complete?
Technically, that would be
Probably.
for future reference, technically insight would be what you would roll there. But
No.
yeah, perception is determining whether or not he like needs to go poo at the moment. Insight is figuring out whether or not he's paying attention.
Yeah, Chief, it's not hard to read him. Yeah, you understand he's totally confused. He's really just kind of concerned about what does he need to do to get the thing that you're doing right now, which is flying.
Yeah, and before there's anything else, a couple of questions about Chief Deagle. So your background is that you are the leader of one of the sort of like great tribes of centaurs, and they sort of like accredit a lot of who they are and the things that they have to the demigod that helped them out during the Gods Wars and later in the 100 Years War. So I guess a lot of centaurs most likely are pretty devoted to their specific deity. How like devoted are you, or are you a little bit more flexible, or?
Well, Chief Deagle is. I mean, he feels the same way towards them that the rest of his tribe does, except he's not as limited to just think that they're the only deity out there or semi god or whatever, and he sees the benefit and potentially reaping the good things about multiple different deities. So,
Cough, cough. Chief Deagle wants wings.
yeah, he just wants to. Yeah, that would be helpful.
I think at this point,
Drink your Red
Riven
Bull,
pipes in and notices that that Chief Deagle's a little confusing. He's like, yeah. So when you disappeared earlier, that's where you're going to talk to your deity or whatever. Yeah, talking to Tad.
Say again.
Yeah, so I think Riven at this point notices that Chief Deagle's a little confusing. He's like, so that's where you went earlier, when you just kind of disappeared or zoned out or whatever.
Yes, I actually went to visit my deity's estate.
Oh.
Was it productive is another question, but I was in a different plane of existence, in a manner of speaking. And that was fairly at will. Other things, such as all of the magic that I cast, is simply from my belief in him. Which
That's
is
interesting.
moderately impressive that a single person can generate this much magic.
Right.
Um,
So you said it's when you're. Is it like being teleported to just another place nearby, or is it like just in your mind, or how does that work?
You're familiar with the three general senses of physical, emotional, and spiritual, correct?
Yeah.
It's almost as if your spiritual looks at your emotional and says, let's go on a trip, but they forget the physical.
Oh. Okay.
It's kind of like meditation or lucid
Oh,
dreaming, but it's
that makes
much
more
more
sense.
real.
That makes sense. Interesting. I may have some questions later on about how that whole situation works, and as if I as well can get some wings, but I think I'm kind of preoccupied with a lot of what's
Frankly,
going on
I
right now.
would say now's the time to invest. I mean, now's the time to buy in. Or
Yeah.
whoop.
I suppose that this is really a really interesting concept for you, Riven, because you have just sort of existed your entire life as just having all of this natural power yourself, you
Right.
know, and you sort of the whole concept of having to get it from somewhere else other than you is probably, I don't know, how does he feel about it?
Yeah, I think that's definitely different for him, like you said, because he hasn't had to rely on anybody else for what he has, magically speaking. So I think he's definitely going to look more into it. And I think I'm going to make that one of my goals.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah.
I do also hand over the pamphlet to Chief Deagle.
He looks at it and starts. Is there what is on it?
It is sort of like I described earlier, a very, very like detailed, ornate. It almost feels like it's like trying to lift in your hands. It's weightless. One of the like you feel it. It's like this is one of the nicest things I've ever held, and it's a piece of paper. What in the world
How
is
many
this?
words are above 4 syllables?
Uh, the majority of them.
Okay.
And basically, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, shoot! Look at you.
Smart.
Okay, you like activate big brain centaur mode up in this.
is there something like magical about it that just gives me
Oh, God, he's
understanding
got
of
a
the
horn
words? Is that like what happens?
Yeah, I think it's just like you just sort of have a moment of clarity and you're looking at this and it's just like this is something that could be significant. Chief Deagle must understand. And all of your like tiny little mental pathways are on overdrive and you're just studying this very carefully and you understand that this is a young ambitious deity who is out seeking to prove himself and to gain followers so that he can gain power. And he says that he, as can be seen from evidence from Tad, is more than willing to share the power that he gains, if only for belief. And
All
sort
right.
of goes on to talk about
smells
like,
like burning
himself,
copper.
himself,
Is there
and
anything-
his personality, and all that.
Is there anything about like monotheistic belief? Like you could only believe in this guy, or is he? He's not. He doesn't care if you believe in others too.
It doesn't really get into that. I think it mentions that he says something along the lines of, "While I may not be the most well-known deity, I'm working very studiously towards being able to have very good relations with all of the rest of the pantheon. So rest assured, no matter what deity you worship, chances are I'm chummy with them." Or something
right.
to that extent.
Whether or not that's true, all right.
Yeah, I mean, you can read the thing. Whether or not you can discern if he's lying or not, that's another thing.
All right. Well, Chief Deagle's going to, after just how good this piece of paper feels and makes him think, he's going to roll it up, stick it in a pouch, a very special pouch,
Ah, yes.
and he's going to turn back to Ted. Chief Deagle will bring this to the orators, and they will decide whether or not we accept. But Chief Deagle has good feeling about this. Thank you, Tad.
And Tad just kind of nods and isn't really familiar with what to do in this situation. Like, I am doing the thing. I didn't really actually mentally prepare myself to do the thing. And
Hey,
Tad just,
hey, Tad. Can I get you to make just real quick for no particular reason at all? Just like a religion check for me, please.
shite.
Okay. All right. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I think that the most that happens is that maybe just like you feel like a little bit of nudging at the back of your head, and you can't tell whether he's actively doing it or you just remember him doing it throughout your childhood. It's just like, go, little buddy, you can do it.
Love Pat. Get him, sport.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Cool.
ultimately, Tad just kind of says, "Yeah, if you ever have any questions, let me know. I could probably take you over to the palace if you want." Just two kids on the playground. Hey, you want to
Wait.
come over for a sleepover? I could ask your parents.
You guys
At
a
this point,
fortress?
I wouldn't call it a fortress.
Where is it? Is it in the north, the south? How many people can it hold?
And Tad starts like really stuttering and just it's really just a place for you to visit for now. If even that. It's not anywhere in any direction from here. It's mostly a place you visit with your mind.
Chief Deagle is disappointed. You sound. I was hoping for something greater.
It can definitely achieve the greatness you desire. However, it is not there yet. I will admit that freely.
All right. Well, let Chief know whenever you find. Well,
And you let me know if you have any questions.
agreed.
I think at this
Then he's
point,
just gonna go
Yeah,
stare and daydream about having wings and all his people flying.
You know, I think I'm
Or
kind of
yard,
wondering, Chief Deagle, if maybe like one of the leaders of maybe one of the other leaders of the Centaurs is maybe a totem warrior barbarian who took the option of having a flying speed as a barbarian. So there is actually maybe it's even in legends there was a flying centaur once, and there are legends told of how great he was.
Then he would totally be thinking about that.
Ah,
Yes.
yes.
The next great story arc of Hadara, the invasion of the pseudo-Pegasi.
The Centasegasis.
the Centosegus.
Wow. Okay.
The Sega Genesis. There we go.
The Sega Genesis.
The Sega
Genesis.
Sounds like a
for
crappy
copyright.
fanfic or something. I love it.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, trust me. If we had fans, then there would be some very, very strange fanfics. I guarantee you. Anyway,
I'll make you a fanfic, baby.
I'm down. All right. Yeah. Well, if there's not anything else, I think that we can have the brothers show back up.
So the party definitely hears them before they're there. And they sound fairly intoxicated. They're singing is the best answer. But it sounds like they're like forgetting the lines like halfway through and then stopping and then arguing loudly over what line is correct. And then carrying on from there. Yeah.
Perfect.
Chief Deagle enjoyed the quiet while he had it.
Oh, that's the best part. So once they get in sight range and they see Deagle,
Oh, shit.
Eris goes, Hey, Pony, I got your present.
Oh gosh. He's just not even paying attention.
What? It's just like your ancestors used to wear. You know, only had them in chains and they actually had purpose.
Oh my god.
Before that stupid shite of a deity you fuckers decided to go with. Oh my god. He's such a fucking idiot. He's got you all living on the blades. You didn't even fucking know we had the bitches wired to burn for years. Oh. Well, it's gonna bring me heart and joy. We light everything on fire and they run out right back to where they belong. Under our boots. He just like walks away.
And
Wait, I thought you were approaching.
What?
Toldar's just singing and writing his boring. He doesn't care. He's very happy right now.
Yep.
You guys are definitely starting to notice that Riven is getting slightly more color to his face, and you can't tell if it's red or tan, but it's definitely because he's been out in the sun longer.
I think Arist like ends up in front of you and goes, how do you get so fucking pale?
It's a long story, as in, I haven't been outside my whole life.
Ah, so you're useless. Got it.
You could say that.
I still think I've seen you somewhere.
I don't really know where you would have.
Are you sure you're not on a Bounty poster?
I don't think they.
So many stupid things in here.
I don't think there'd be any reason why they put out a poster for me.
Yeah. Now, let's see here. Yeah. Do you want to go
History
ahead and make
check.
a history check, Urist? And
I'd like to assist him with that because it's starting to spark something in Tholdar's little brain. But you don't want me making a history check because I got a -1 to int.
Pick anything up with a 19?
Crit one.
you vaguely remember like someone generally like maybe his like height and build maybe, but face definitely doesn't look familiar, and you would recognize like a face that pale on a wanted poster. So you don't think it's this guy.
I also feel like the advantage should have been nullified to make it a normal roll, given how much the dwarves have had to drink on this ride back.
We're only 75 out of 100 drunk. We're fine. Still solidly functional. I think Eris like pulls one out that looks like slightly similar, but not him. And he goes, that's the one I was looking for, but it ain't you. Lucky you.
I guess so.
You're like, yeah, caster, then pale one.
Yeah, that tends to be what I do. What of it?
I have to cut your hands off then.
I mean, what for?
Last year, we caught on one time. He can cast with his toes. It was
Yeah.
impressive.
As long
So we
as
just- So we just cut his toes off too.
I mean, it seems like you guys are pretty creative in the way you incapacitate people.
He kind of like scratches his head. So like, I wouldn't call it creative. We kind of just keep chopping until they stop casting.
Persistent then.
Hey. All right. Ready to go? Yeah.
We've been
I'd
ready.
say, yeah, possibly.
Good.
And at that point, Tholdar's goes, "Oh, you bender, have you little horseman?
What do you call it?
How about I use my boar as a pack mule and I ride on you?"
If you wanted to ride Chief Deagle, you'd have to tame him first.
All right, here I come.
Oh my god. Dragon Age.
Okay.
What do I need to do? Athletics again?
I mean, I think this is some sort of grapple check.
Ernst is immediately preparing the branding iron.
Oh god.
Okay. Do I need to roll initiative?
I think he's just gonna keep like trotting around in circles. Just staying just barely out of the dwarf's reach.
All right. Then the dwarf is going to get back on his boar
Hey,
and ride at him and
yeah,
go for
I
combat
was
now.
saying maybe you have to make some sort of dex check to jump on his back with your fucking 19 dex.
Yeah, because he is slightly faster than you on foot.
Well, you're gonna have to fucking leap from
All right.
boar back.
Dex check. Here we go.
Okay.
I
Now
cancel.
let's see here. Let me ask how drunk is Tholdar? This is important.
We are 74 out of 100.
Okay.
We rolled for it.
Oh, you actually did roll for it?
Yes, we rolled for it. But keep in mind, we are also dwarves.
So I feel like 74 out of 100 for us is like almost average.
Oh. You're trying to jump onto a moving target from a pig. The DC is gonna be high. I'll just say that.
Okay.
I believe in you.
I didn't make it.
Oh nope, face plant.
All I did is jumps and fall. Ah, you stupid little, come here, slow down. Just sit still for half a second before I have to start chopping legs off to slow you down.
No wonder they got away.
No one. Oh, like that's it. Initiative time.
Hey, I think Urist is like, oh, he went better, did he?
Okay. All right. ICE map. Let's see here. Very important. Okay. And get rid of these. Let me move you all over here. You're totally in like a grassy campsite, but it looks like a freaking dungeon because that's the map I have. You're gonna take
It's
it.
the Fungin. This is the Fungin.
All right. You and let's see here. You.
I'm here too.
And
Oh, you're not gonna enter the
You.
gentleman's.
All right. What about
No.
the other boys? Are they going to join in?
You just talk shit.
yeah, Tad Riven, are you going to in any way participate in this? Also, I'm gonna
I would
increase
say
the
wait a
page
few rounds
size.
and then see
Woo!
how.
That isn't.
Just what the fuck?
That's an Urist tier initiative right there.
Oh my gosh.
All right, and I've increased the page size just in case because something, lots of running, and I feel like that's gonna happen. So just kind of consider the whole area pretty open. So don't really worry about it too much.
Oh no, this can only end well.
Okay, initiative, and okay, so Fuller here, and you've been outrunning him, so he's gonna be at least probably like,
Wait, he's not faster than Luke. Luke's a barbarian. He's
35.
fucking fast as shit.
35.
No. Is your base movement speed 25?
Because dwarves.
Yep.
So,
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
all right, there you go.
Amen.
I would hope I'm faster. I'm a horse.
Yeah, barbarians get a bonus 10 foot though. That's the thing you're not taking into account here.
Fair
All
enough.
right.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're only slightly faster than he is, although he's also fast as shit now.
All right. My turn.
Yes, it is your turn.
So both are just going to come yeeting up here. All right, Horsey. I'll give you one last time. I'm using my dash action.
Okay.
I still have an attack action though, because 2 actions. Because hooray.
Wait, what? What?
Hang on.
No?
Probably
I shouldn't I?
no.
How do
have
you
two actions?
That's
Not 2
that's
actions,
not
but
a-
I get an extra attack action.
No, you don't.
No, that's
No,
not how
no,
that
when you-
works.
No, it's
Oh,
specifically
when I attack.
when you attack twice, not once.
All right. Well, then hang on. What are you thinking?
I can do that because I have ranged weapon.
You were.
All right. We're gonna skeet to. I think that was 30 foot.
I mean, if you do that, you'll put him
Yeah.
in your engagement range, and you'll have to make.
Yeah, that's
You'll have to
35
take attack
from where you were.
opportunity
And you have
to get out of
35
here.
move speed, so you're good.
Okay. Cool. All right. So he's gonna. All right, Horsey. Before I start lobbing javelins at you, I'll give you one last chance. You let me put the saddle on you, and it protects you too.
I'm thinking of a response.
Everybody wins, but this way, if you go the hard way, only I win, and you die.
How about
Sounds like a win
this?
to me.
How about this, dwarf? You temper yourself a bit, and perhaps we can work out some tactical advantages between the two of us. I don't see this going any better if we keep bickering and.
Oh, that's cute. It thinks it can talk.
I'm telling you now, there's tactical advantages. You accept it, or I throw this javelin at your stupid face.
And I'm telling you now that we have something to contribute, so you best stop trying to push him around.
Does a 24 hit?
I
A
believe-
24 hit me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would hit.
All right. There
Did
go.
you use your
Looks like
bonus
it's-
action to rage?
Oh, nope. So take the rage off, but it does get the Divine Fury, which I need to roll really quick because I did.
With Divine Fury.
Looks like it's time to make some glue. I need to stick some shit together.
Oh. Here, I'll slap Tad down over here.
All right, so 15 damage, Dirk.
15 damage. Oh boy.
So as it strikes, Poldar's just yelling again. All right, that was only one. I haven't killed you yet. Are you ready to listen to reason?
Let's see. I gotta do some quick maths. All right, here we go. I will admit that was a pretty good shot. And then I'm going to.
It's not your turn yet.
Oh, it's not my turn yet. Oh, that's
It's
fair.
not your
Come
turn.
haste me, Zach. Come haste me.
Speak.
I'm just gonna shoot him, probably.
Shoot me.
Oh my gosh. I thought there might be blue
warning
and blue.
ya.
I didn't think it would be this way.
I didn't either. But it's how the story went. I'm warning you, Horsey. You won't win this. Just trust me. We both come out the head if you let me put the saddle on you.
Oh, I don't expect to win this. I just expect you to waste your time.
Our time is nothing compared to your death. We just get your cut to the pay then.
Oh, you think you can kill Chief Deagle?
No, I don't think I can kill Chief Deagle. I know I can kill Chief Deagle.
He's just gonna laugh at you.
Okie dokie.
So I'll be here.
Okay.
And so here's the first one. 17 hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Gonna go ahead and use one of these. Okay.
Another 15.
15 damage.
All right.
So as that shot hits,
And then the rest
Poldar's
is-
going to yell out again before the second shot.
Yeah, Ernest is gonna shoot you once and be like, I suggest you put your fucking hooves on the ground there, little horsey, and let us strap you to the cart. Also, you're really good for in the first place.
No, we'll not strap him to a cart. We're just putting a saddle on him. We don't need to demean him that much.
They
The
were
boar
shit.
can pull the cart. The boar can pull the cart. I'll ride on him. All right now. Are you ready for us to put the saddle on yet, horsey?
I ain't letting you put nothing on, Chief Deagle.
Well, at least we can get some good meat off the corpse.
24
Yeah.
hit.
A
Yes.
24 does hit.
Ouch.
Oh,
21 damage.
21 more damage.
21. Yikes.
Are you ready to listen to reason yet, horse?
I think you're not expecting what's coming next.
All right, it's your turn.
All right, well, let's see what you got.
All right, so I am going to, let's see here.
What's the range on it, Jeb?
30-90. Or
I'm going
31-20.
to use my bonus action to dash all the way up here.
I mean, you have 40-foot base, so dash
Yeah.
would give you 80.
Nope, I can dash as a bonus action just for fun. So
Well,
yeah, I'll put it in chat. Here you go.
you can use the dash action as a bonus action.
But
yeah.
you can move 80 feet. You're
Yeah.
not limited to 40 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll move 40 there.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
And then use my action to cast Pass Without a Trace on myself. And then I'm going to yell back to the dwarfs. All right, I just cast a spell. I'll tell you exactly what it does. It's going to make you next to impossible for finding me. So we either cut the fighting and talk, or you guys having fun tracking me for the next hour.
Why did you just challenge them?
So you realize
That wasn't the right call.
artificers have both detect magic and dispel magic, right?
I mean, if you want to use it,
And
you
you're-
can.
You're in range. You pissed them off already, and now you're
Yep.
challenging them.
All right,
mean-
horsey, have it your way. We'll track you down and gut you just the same. Or you can listen to reason and agree now to let us strap this saddle to you.
I think it's
Alright.
pretty reasonable that we talk.
We are
Alright.
talking right now.
Oh, you guys are the ones that started blasting.
What, you wouldn't listen to reason, would you?
I wouldn't listen to Dwarven reason.
Well, that's all we got over here, so that's all you get.
All right, so Dirk, I think that what you're wanting to do here is go ahead and probably make your stealth roll with +10, and then move your extra 40 feet before you end your turn.
Yeah, that's what I would want to do.
Can you remove his token from our vision?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
Unless you're doing your dispel magic thing or counter spell.
Yeah, I have to do it on my turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't do
okay.
it yet.
All right, so I guess
Yeah, make a stealth roll. Add 10.
would that be a global save modifier?
Don't
you
even
can-
worry about it. And
is that?
actually, go ahead and yeah. Okay.
Do it to GM. So
Yeah,
we
do
can't
it to
see
GM. Yeah.
Oh,
So
to
th-
GM. Oh,
yes.
good idea. All right, to GM. And there we go.
Okay. Okay. I know the number to beat now. And so what I'm going to do is...
And I'm going to cast it on Tad and well, I guess you're not within 30 feet, so it doesn't matter.
No,
Never
it's only
mind.
going to matter on you. Okay, so give me a
Yeah.
second
Touch me,
to
please.
enable...
I'm not in their terrible graces.
Let's see here.
Yeah, if you cast it on him, that just makes him a target.
I was saying, we can see him right now.
Okay.
Oh,
I
that'd be-
can see nothing.
Yep, I
He
know.
cast darkness.
I can't see either.
I know. Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Map-wide darkness. Ta-da! But we're dwarves, so we have dark vision.
You do have
No,
dark-
magical light is needed.
Yeah.
Shh, shh, shh.
Let's see here.
I can supply that though. It's fine. I have that.
Okay.
Oh
And-
gosh, this is not the way I saw this going.
Let's see.
I'm not surprised.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Also, the token things are not coming up. Give me just 1 second. I need to refresh roll 20. Because it is being dumb.
Ernst is 100% a racist piece of shit.
We've gathered this.
Like it's
Okay.
one of his. I roll as a fucking character trait is something about Dwarven supremacy above all else.
Okay, so if I click this, there we go. Okay.
I mean, no one said I was fighting them.
We put some good damage on you though.
Oh, you hit me hard.
Yeah, we'll probably need another rest after this.
All right,
I mean, if I survive.
all right, Dirk, you can
I'll
see your
feel kind of
token,
bad killing
yes?
your character.
Oh, we'll fucking wake you back up after
Dirk,
we
you
hog
can see your
tight.
token, yes?
Yes, I can see my token, but not the map.
Okay. Let's see here. So let's see here.
Fucking, we'll truss you up like a fucking like a wild horse and break you in the same way. Ernst head, you're a little more than just a fucking pack beast.
Okay, so
I mean-
Dirk, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to basically, I'm gonna give you your token there for the time being, and then you basically tell me. So do you have the thing where you can hide your ruler from others? Like if you hover over the ruler
should, yeah.
option, you have the show or hide from others option.
Yes, hide
Yeah.
from others.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is I want you to draw on the map. Now I can see everybody's regardless of whether they have show or hide because GM privileges. So
So I can't see them.
here.
Yeah, he should have
actually-
full vision of everything.
Yeah,
We're
you
the
will
ones
have
who are-
full vision. I'm working on that. Let's see here. So there we go. This was not a thing I expected to have to do. Here, let me just...
Me neither. But this is where we're at.
Okay, so you can see everything. You guys still can't see anything, correct?
Yep.
Okay, here, let me give you sight. And you, sight, and you, sight. Okay. All right. So,
Disappeared.
yep.
Disappeared.
Okay, I can see myself. I cannot see my brother.
Yeah,
I can't see Luke either.
Give me just a second. All right.
I can't
so-
see Aaron either, who we can still see.
Right. Yeah. So Dirk, first, Dirk, mark where you're gonna move.
Oh, Mark, I'm gonna move.
Yes.
Do we need to make rolls?
We'll do here.
Okay. I'm gonna do that, and then. All right. Yeah.
Oh, I can't see now. What the?
I know. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's intermittently breaking. Everything's going to shit.
Was it set up for this?
Yeah, no, not at all.
We're
I'm
just
I'm,
trying to
I'm
saddle the
100%
horsey,
doing
man.
this on the fly.
All we wanted to do was put a saddle on the horse.
Hey, all I wanted to do was be a contributing member of society.
All right.
Well, let us put the saddle on you. You're contributing.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're a second-rate centaur. It's all you're good for. I don't fucking know you want here.
exactly.
All right. You should all have vision.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Okay. So, Chief Deagle, that is the end of your turn, yes?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Tad, do you want to do anything?
Do you see my message?
Oh, yeah.
You sent that to everybody.
Yeah, the last one
Well,
you sent to everybody, I
wasn't
think you can do /W space GM to send a message just to me.
Well,
Let's see
the
here.
message I sent is okay for everyone.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Let's see here. On a point.
Easy killer.
That's,
I didn't hear what he's mumbling, so you're fine.
Yep, yep, don't worry. Okay. So no, I don't believe you can.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to kind of not tag along with the dwarves, but just maintain my position of watching,
Oh, I can move it back.
but also just cast blur on myself.
Ah.
Just in case.
Okay. I'll put a little.
Hey,
icon on
what are you doing down there, little wizard boy?
I don't trust you. You stay in front of me.
I'm not a lizard, but
I said wizard. Learn to get some ears.
learn to speak clearly, damn it.
All right, that's it. Forget the horsey. I'm killing this one.
At this point, Riven steps in.
Okay, roll
And
initiative.
I think with that, Urus cracks his knuckles and goes, now this is what I wanted. And this is what you clarified before the mission if you need all the others to stay alive. They don't do babysitting.
Oh, dang it.
And Riven casts Mage Armor.
Roll initiative
You have
first.
to roll initiative, bitch.
Oh,
Roll
that's correct.
initiative.
And you're also not even in this turn yet. So you get to wait till next turn.
You
I know.
do. You do. This is very
But
true.
I'm
You're
just
gonna
declaring
probably
that
have a
okay.
barbarian on your dick hole immediately.
You don't want to mess
Ooh.
with dwarves.
Okay, so that's interesting.
Yeah, what did they have to roll against each other here?
Who has the higher dex mod? I think.
+2.
I have a +2.
Oh crap! You have to. Okay. Both of you
Rock,
just
paper,
roll
scissors.
D20s. Both of you roll d20s. Just flat d20s.
Ooh.
15.
Watch them both get the same.
Oh, okay.
That
Ernest
was
will
close.
get to go first. All right. So Tad, is that all for your turn?
So as he stands up and enters, Tholdo just goes, hey, you scrawny little human over there. What do you think you're doing? Are you with us or are you against us?
That one's a caster, brother. You know how this goes.
No, let's see whose side is on.
I mean, you were threatening Ted, and I happen to have some interest in what he's teaching in the future, so...
All right, well, you can die.
Oh.
To clarify, we weren't threatening him. We said we didn't trust him to be behind us, which I wouldn't trust you.
Your friend
further than I can
threatening him.
fucking throw you.
No, he's the one who backlooked to me and asked for me to chop his head off.
Not how I remember it, but whatever. And he
You
squares
both
up.
can back the fuck down.
This is your last warning.
I'm more than happy to back down, as I haven't done anything.
Apologize for telling me to speak clearly.
Though that was out of character. I honestly
Oh.
can't understand you.
Oh, well then, okay, cool.
We're still offended.
Yeah. All right. So that boy's backing down. What about you, little Mr. Wizard Man?
Yeah. Just keep him out of
Yeah. And he's like pointing the shotgun at you.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
keep it between all of you.
There you go, you wee bitch. Sit the fuck down.
Well, it's a little sad I don't get to whip my axe more, but it works.
All right, Tholdor.
All right. Oh, we got a horsey to hunt.
All right, I think Tholdar is going to hold his action.
Yours is just a perception check, right? To look around to find him.
Oh, do I need to do that first?
I mean, if you can see him with a perception check, you can just call him out to me and we can fucking go after him.
Do I need to make a perception, David, or how does that work?
If you want to try to find him, yes. As of right now, he is out of your view. You can't
Okay.
see him at the moment.
I am going to hold my action until such a time as which my brother manages to locate him, and then I'm just going to yeet at him.
Okay.
So I do have to be within 30 foot is the problem, but I can fix that.
You can't hold movement and attack, right? It would have to be one or the other. Like I can't yeet at him and then chuck another
You
javelin.
could say you could hold your action to charge him and attack him if within range.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Okay.
So Tholdor is just going to yell out, "All right, you scared little horsey. Come on, listen to reason. Let us put the saddle on, or else my brother's going to find you, and I'm going to lob another javelin right into that broad horse side of yours."
You hear no response.
So be it. Do your thing, brother.
All right, Ernst.
Oh. Interesting.
Man, the initiative.
Is he within 120 foot of me?
I will not disclose this.
Yeah, you can't really know that.
Well, I mean, I know that magical effect is in play, though. Because he told me.
I did tell you that I did cast.
So you can try and dispel it.
Yeah. I can dispel one magical effect within, like, I know what magical effect I'm aiming for.
Can you post the text of the spell in chat, please?
Yep.
Let's see.
No. Post. Oh. Whoop. There it is.
Okay. Or magical effect within range. Not on the target. Creature or magical effect.
That doesn't say you know what spell.
No, but he knows because Chief Eagle was kind enough to tell us.
Ah, fair.
Let's see here. Let me double check this.
So I don't think I need to know the effect because then, like, intangible effects wouldn't be able to be applied for the spell.
I feel like you have to see me.
But I'm not targeting.
Well, he can target the
you.
spell.
I'm targeting the spell.
Let's see here.
Right? That's the difference.
Magical effect. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he can choose the stealthy stealth.
Because Pass Without Trace is more of like a cloud of nonsense than it is just on you. From what I understand of the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you.
Let's see here. I'm double checking. I think you are correct.
So it's-
I'm double checking.
So it's like an AoE that I'm killing the effect of instead of targeting you. If it was something that directly imbued you with the like if you were enchanting yourself with greater stealth, I think I would have to target you. But since it's an abjure effect instead, so it's a kind of a cloud of ick.
Let's see here. Hang on.
But everything almost goes to crap because Aaron talked out of character and I was too dumb to realize it.
A magical effect.
I need to distinguish my voice in character as well, though.
Or just say, out of character.
Ook.
Ook.
Boom.
Oh. Because, yeah, we were ready to start killing you guys.
Can't dispel later.
Although it is a bit tougher for us against you because you guys have magic, which I do not get a free pass on.
It is quite hard to cast when somebody's in your face, though.
Very true.
Charm F.
We've also got resistance against most of their damage types.
Coin's just over here like, why do I still play D&D with these morons?
As far as I can tell as of right now, it does work. The only thing really that I would question is, I guess, whether or not like it's a thing where you have to be able to see the magical effect, but because the spell doesn't actually have that in the text as of right now, I'll just rule that it can work.
Like I said, if it was something where it was like directly imbuing him, right? Like if he enchanted himself with like super sneakiness,
right? No, it is a spell.
Then I would 100% have to target him to remove the enchantment from him. But since he's creating this cloud of energy,
yeah, I guess I could just see the potential for abuse where it's just like, I know that there is a magical effect. I don't know where it is or what it is, but I want it gone. Of that, being a little bit.
Well. And
that would be what you would do, yeah. Unless it was outside of your range, or
In theory, too, we have a somewhat of an idea because it's a cloud emanating from him, right? We just don't know where he is in the cloud.
I mean,
no,
not necessarily.
No, it's a cloud of obscurement,
okay.
But
I wasn't sure how it worked.
So,
but yeah, so
all right.
Erist goes, "Real kind of you to tell me where you are, there, buddy."
All right. So,
and so
he no longer has the effect on him.
Yeah. So what Erist actually does when this happens is there's a little like tube on his shoulder, and he just fucking like looks in the general direction where he was, and it just fucking shoots, and then like pops. It's like almost like a clockwork flare. And then the dust like settles, and you can see the cloud begins to form, shimmer, and die down.
Okay.
Found you, wee horsey.
You do not actually, as of yet, see him.
Right. The effects are gone. Go find him.
You see nothing.
Well, can you eat in a direction to try and see him so that way I can follow?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking. So you two said you're not engaging on us, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Correct.
So yeah.
Can he see him yet?
I see. I don't see him yet.
Net would be a negative.
Okay. Well. All right.
Let me double check something. Okay. Boop. Boop. Okay. And you. Boop. Okay. All right. Just checking. Continue. So is that all for your turn, Erst?
Erist is gonna like put his head on a swivel, and he's starting to think of a plan.
Okay. Riven, you going to do anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Because I disengaged.
Fair enough. All right. So let's see here. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm just going to basically remove sight each time he moves, just to make sure.
Okay.
So you don't have sight. You don't have sight. I'm not gonna worry about. Well, just in case, I'll remove it from the other.
So now that the effect's gone, can he see us?
Yeah, we would see him if he's skiing through our area of vision now. So I think Zach and I still get sight.
And also, like, I don't think he'd be able to see us moving around. Like, he could see where we were before, but.
Sorry, hang on. What was the question?
So, like, my question is, so he can't, he doesn't have any farther range than we do from sight right now. Like, he doesn't have free sight, right?
Correct.
Okay. As long as that's the case, like, he can't see us moving and we can't see him moving.
But Zach and I get to keep sight because if he were to move into our cones of vision,
Well, we'd have to make perception checks to pull him out of stealth. But unless he's inside of our range,
got it. I still have vision then, David. If you need to remove that from me,
How do you have vision? I unchecked.
I don't know, but I still have my same cone of vision. Maybe I need to refresh.
Hang on. Has sight?
I also
No.
still have vision.
The other option is like we and you fucking dig in and ambush.
How in the world do you
I
still
mean-
have? Both of you still have vision.
Yeah, I still have vision
Huh.
by a not insignificant amount.
That's weird. Here. Well, now you don't.
Okay, there we go. Now I don't.
And put you back. And yeah, apparently I just have to do this each time. Okay, well.
You're welcome.
Oh, of course you guys had to do it this way.
Hey, the horse is the one who wouldn't listen to
Yeah,
reason.
we had a
Okay.
perfectly reasonable fucking solution to this situation.
All right. All right, Chief
Need
Beagle.
to accept his place.
So David, I can only see what I can see,
Let's see here. Let's see.
which is I can see 25 feet.
Okay. It should be 30. Let me bump that real quick. There we go.
Oh, sweet. So you need me to point where I want to move?
Yes.
Alrighty. I would like to move right here.
I no longer see your arrow. Okay, I see it again.
Do you see it now?
Yes. Yes, I got it. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yep. Got it. All right. Good. And will that be all?
Yep. I will end my turn.
Okay. Cool. Because I had to delete your tokens and stuff, I'll just remember that it's the general order of turns. So here. Hey, boop, boop. You have vision again. There's definitely a better way to do this, but I can't think of it at the time being, so we're doing this. All right.
We did just kind of spring this on you.
Pretty much.
Yes.
All right. So,
I said the
Tholdar,
dwarfs.
it is your turn.
All right, so Tholar is going to skeet right down here.
Okay.
And then he is going to hold his attack action until such a time as he discerns a viable target.
Okay, and upon there being a viable target, he will do what?
He will smack them with his great axe.
Okay, very good. If that's all, then Urs.
No, he's also going to take his bonus action to go ahead and rage.
So he's just going to stand there and get very angry. Got it.
Yes, and then yell out to the horsey. Oh,
Zach,
Hey.
you drawing.
That's fine.
Mr. Horse, I'd hate for something to happen to one of your friends. I mean, I quite like them. So how about you listen to reason? Come
Can I
back,
use them as hostages?
come back and let us put the saddle on you.
You hear no
Did Riven and Tad
response.
hear that?
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not yelling it out loud.
He's yelling it directly next to your fucking face.
Yeah. Riven's just gonna glance over at Tad and like with the look of we're gonna take this.
And then Tholdar's going to look at both of you and go, all right, lads. Like whispering at this point. Now listen to me. I don't want to hurt either of you. I'm just trying to get the horsey to come back. So just sit still. We'll all be fine.
This is so stupid. I love it.
Riven is definitely thinking of ways he could just like punch one of you.
Well, typically one does it with their fist.
that one's 160
No, punt.
some odd. Yeah, 160 pounds without gear. I'm 170 some odd pounds without gear. So good luck.
And Tholdar's also going to look with you. Now just let me know right now that you're on the same page. And we'll all be friends, okay? Are we agreed?
I can't say I agree with your methods nor your purposes. And
But
I
you-
especially do not agree with being your hostage.
You're not my hostage. You're my accomplice.
Very different things.
Now, are you willing to sit here peacefully? I just need to know this for my own personal reasons.
If you're going to sit in the window aisle of an airplane, I need a verbal yes from each of you that you understand the safety risks.
Exactly.
Are you able to complete the responsibilities?
It's a simple yes or no question. Just
Just
answer
yes.
the damn thing.
Oh no. I need to know this. Keep in mind, my action has not fully ended yet. Or my turn has not fully ended yet.
Viable target. The word was ambiguous on purpose.
Yeah, sure. Do whatever. Do whatever you need to.
Well, that one's smart enough, at least.
All right. What about you, Mr. Hyder? God blessing, whatever you are.
Tad just folds his arms and isn't really sure how to handle this.
I need a yes or a no.
Verbal.
Tad agrees.
All right.
We can be friends then.
Keep in mind, you don't know any of this, Dirk. This was whispered.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the end of my turn then.
They need to like smack you or something to make sure you stay in rage.
Oh yeah, because if you don't take damage or do damage after one turn, your rage does end.
Okay, so he's gonna look at Riven, then they go, I need you to slap me in the face. with
Oh, I
your
got
chest."
this! I got this! Oh, I'm good at this part.
No, you focus on finding the horsey. I'll let him do it. It's okay. Don't worry, I'm not gonna retaliate, I promise.
Oh, fucking.
I mean, if he gives more than a slap, I'll retaliate, but if he slaps me, we're fine.
Very calm for a rage.
It's a controlled rage right now.
Yeah,
He's
there you go.
11th level. He's not. The rage doesn't control him. He controls the rage.
Me too. All right, Ernst, it is your turn.
No. Yeah, I'm going to advance 25.
Okay.
I can't see you, brother.
Aye, but I can still hear you.
Horsey, please, just let us put the saddle on and this all can end. We're talking right now. Isn't that what you wanted?
You hear no response. Talking is a good way to get found.
And then Thor's gonna
That's
whisper
fine.
again to the other two.
Like-
All right, I may have to smack one of you a wee bit if that's all right, but I won't make it hurt. Are you guys okay with that? Not to let the wizard wait here.
The problem is from
He'd
sight
probably break
range.
from even a slap. But what about you, Mr. Godboy?
The problem is with like sight range, for you to be able to get close enough for you to actually be able to see us, we can see you, and that's an issue.
Hey, Tad, I asked you a question.
Say again?
I just asked your character if it's okay for me to just bop you a little bit just to kick the horse into action.
Tad is 100% not that.
All right. We'll
I'm gonna
wait
make
until that's necessary then.
Perception check to see if I can't pick out where the horse is hiding.
Okay, don't wander too far from me here.
I'm not gonna move any further.
All right, go ahead.
Oof.
You do not see the horseman.
You see nothing.
It's okay. And then, so the reason he moved this far out is Laris like looks around to make sure that he doesn't see anybody like too close to him. He takes the shield, slams it into the dirt, and like you don't see him move a whole lot, but he seems to almost sink into the dirt slightly with the shotgun rested.
So, to clarify, are you holding an action, or what exactly are you doing?
If the horse appears before him, he will take a shot,
Okay.
but he's not moving anywhere.
All right. If that's all.
That is it.
All right. Riven, it is your turn.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and take me out of the roll because I'm kind of just.
You might want to stay in the roll.
Oh, okay.
Just
yeah,
for
I'm
the
not going
sake
to do
of it.
anything.
All right. I'll just check every time, and you can just tell me. And then, Tad, do you do anything?
Aaron?
Sorry, forgot I muted again. No, I do not do anything. I take the same action.
Okay. All right. So actually, I think that I may have found a way to remove sight easily.
cool.
Zach, you can no longer see anything. Yes.
I mean, I can see a giant black square.
Okay, that answers my question.
I don't see turn order anymore for some reason, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, I had to delete the tokens and everything. I'm just remembering the turn order. Luke,
Yeah,
can you see anything
it's fine.
anymore?
It's pretty simple.
Nope, I know.
Okay, I think this will work then. Cool. All right, and in that case, all right. Let's see here. Dirk, it is
Yes.
your turn. Please outline what you would like to do.
I'm going to move on down this way, like this.
Okay. Okay. So you're there. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Good. All right. And you are hidden again. And let me grab these guys again. Okay. All right. Thuldar, it is your turn.
Okay, so
Now,
Tholdar's gonna
I
make a
believe
perception.
that the text on Rage is that
Yeah, way to screw that over, Riven.
I believe that your rage, does it end at the start of your next turn or the end of your next turn? Let me check.
Let me read it here. Here. If your turn ends.
Or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your... Okay, so if by the end of this turn you have not attacked or been or taken damage, then the rage will end.
Cool. All right. So Tholdar is gonna grab his axe.
I'm really sorry, lad, but I told you to smack me.
He did warn you.
Oh my god.
Which one are you
Hey,
hitting?
the one I told to smack me.
Which was who?
You! I told you.
I don't
mean-
remember this.
He did say this.
We have,
He did tell
we
you to
have had
smack him.
a whole slew of the party not paying attention to the dwarves, and
Now-
I think they're about to learn you're supposed to.
Oh
Now,
my goodness.
what reason would Riven have to actually remember this?
Well, he's standing next to you with a great axe, and he's slightly insane. That's a
Yeah.
pretty good reason to me.
He wasn't earlier.
All right, we're making a reckless attack. It was when I told you to do it. Does a 22 hit you?
Yes.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
26 damage.
Uh-huh.
What's you getting back up to there, brother?
So he smacks him and he looks at him.
I'm sorry I had to do that. I don't have to do it again. If you promise not to counter, tell me you won't do anything in retaliation. We can let you heal up.
And he's just gonna stay silent at this point. He's-
Giant fucking slash.
All right.
Did you ever just casually have a giant gaping wound?
Same.
Will
Let
that
me
be
uncheck
whole Thuldar?
Divine Fury. No, I get my second attack.
Wait, what?
You get two.
He's not responding, so
Yeah, you get 2 attacks as a barbarian.
I mean, that doesn't mean you have to use both of them, but if you want
He
to...
didn't answer. He stayed silent. 23
That's
hit.
what we're him saying something.
Yep.
Oof, another 22.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of damage.
Uh-huh.
All right, now, lad. I'm telling you, I don't want to keep doing this. Just tell me you're not going to retaliate, and we'll be done.
I think at this point he's actually knocked down. Like legitimately after
Well,
that much
he's just
damage.
like,
Just nod your head. You don't even have to speak. Just nod your head for me.
He's fading in and out of, like, blacking out.
Do you want to save Riven or not?
I mean, what you're literally looking at somebody who's about to not succumb to their whims, but almost pass out. So what are you expecting?
Just a
Out of
slight
the-
twitch of the head. Just something to give me something. I'm trying to help you.
Take whatever you want.
All right, well, let's see what happens then.
Oh god.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
keep in mind the barbarian's kind of stupid, so he's like, answer me, damn it! He's like shaking you, just like, come on, you stupid son of a bitch! He's like
all
slamming
right.
you into the ground.
Urist, it's your turn.
Yep. Eris is like looking around. What kind of terrain are we in?
It's foresty, but like the trees aren't too terribly big and thick.
All right. Eris is gonna like prop his shield on his shoulder, and I'm gonna take my action to use my alchemist kit.
Okay.
He's burned down the forest.
Yep.
Funny that freaking Chief Deagle has just been standing in one place, like, unseen.
You don't know
this
this.
whole time.
I don't give a fuck. Eris is like, I can't see him. Fuck this. I'm not walking around this fucking field. So I can make a roll with my alchemist kit if you want me to.
Yeah, go for it.
Boop. Boop.
Are you resistant to frost at all, Q?
That's amazing.
Good question. Probably not.
15.
I'm gonna say if so, you can get some
Yeah,
XP
I
back.
think that's enough to make
That's
a
fair.
usable firebomb that could light some area on fire. Yeah.
Yep. And you just hear Eris go, oh, we probably don't want to hang out here for much longer. And he just tosses it over the shield and just fucking goes back this way.
Now, actually, before move back and show me exactly where you threw it, please.
He's gonna throw it. Probably throw it about that far.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
right
right.
there.
Yep. Sounds good. Got it.
And then,
Okay.
and like he walks back and he sees the mage on the fucking the wizardy bitch on the ground. Sees his brother and goes, "Oh, you said we weren't killing him."
Well, that wasn't my plan, but he didn't slap me, and then he wouldn't answer me. I still don't want to kill him if we can avoid it. We're just after putting a saddle on the damn horse.
Well, for the time being, I just lit the field on fire, so you probably want to be leaving.
All right. Well, no, we can't leave. We got to put the saddle on him. What if he doesn't come back?
Then he's dead. Not our fucking problem.
But the ground looks like stone, brother.
It's a weird trick of the light. It's stony grass.
Wait, what you're seeing right now is your dwarven X-ray vision into the ground, seeing all of the iron down below.
Okay.
Ah, that makes sense.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
Ignore the message you're about to get.
Okay.
For now.
Okay.
Read it later.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, is that one dead?
No, he's still alive. I can cut him out if we need to.
All right.
Yeah, and he's starting to stand back up at this point. Like, I really don't see the reason for any of that.
And he's
Oh.
you didn't tell me yes or no. Do you need me to help you out of here so you don't get caught by the blaze?
Yeah, and he's just like, whatever. I don't even understand at this point.
It doesn't even matter.
You don't answer clearly, man. Do you need help or not?
No,
Have
I'm
the axe again.
fine. I can walk.
All right. I am sorry for what I had to do to you.
I'm not.
Hey, there's no page to kill him. There's no reason.
All right.
Little does he know.
Yeah. I figure if we harvest enough pieces, we could sell it to someone.
No, he is here to help us. Why am I being the reasonable one here?
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
So, I guess we'll keep going through the turn order for at least one more turn. So that's end of Urus's turn. Riven, you doing anything except just feeling pain?
Yeah, I'm just moving back so I don't burn.
Fair enough. Tad, you doing anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Yeeting you all to the not seeing place. And
I can see
To the
clear,
shadow realm.
and now the rain is gone.
all right. Chief Deagle, what are you going to be doing?
Can I see where the fire's starting?
Yeah. So it is starting let's see here. Yeah. Here, I'll just tell you via this way. That's where it is.
All right. In that case, I'm just going to. Well, you guys are still pretty loud, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you can hear them. You
Yeah,
just
no,
can't
we
really
are
see
not.
them.
We are
can
not
hear us.
stealthy.
All right. Well, then I'm just going to just make sure I'm dodging the flames if we want to end the combat, well, quote unquote combat encounter. I'm just going to track them. Just follow.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess if that's the way it's going to be, is that the other four are just going to be moving out, and Chief Deagle is just going to be stealthily tracking them along.
Yes.
I feel like you have to make periodic stealth checks to make sure that you can maintain it.
That's okay. I've got more spell
probably,
slots.
But
yes.
but versus our passive perception, probably. Although the two dwarves are probably still like keeping a weather eye out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want to ride the horsey.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I know that there are a lot more questions about how this could potentially go down and all of that, but that is a question. Those are questions that can be answered next session, because then I can actually like see if I can figure out a way to actually make all this work. So
I'm just super happy by the amount of fucking pain we put into him in the first round.
No, you guys hit me hard.
I mean, it
Definitely
really-
bloodied.
It really was not my plan to cause this.
I was just rolling along with the insanity.
But-
Hey,
this
that's
is
what I'm
gonna
doing.
be-
I'm rolling with the insanity.
I am
too.
gonna stay true to my character.
Which is batshit insane. So
And yeah, it's very, very interesting the fact that, you know, kind of racism is happening here, but
Well, but the thing is, there's the ability to get past that. Like Tholdar will respect people if they earn it.
yeah, if you stand and fight and like aren't a piece of shit, we'll like you. But the first thing the centaur did is fucking ran. So
Yeah, we don't know anything about him yet.
Oh yeah, no, I expect that this will lead to a resolution eventually. But
That's outside of character, that's my hope. Inside
Yeah.
of
Yes,
character,
me
I make
too.
no promise.
yeah,
me too.
the dwarves mean like you.
Like, trust me, I didn't want to slap Q. I'm like, well, that's what Tholdar would do when he failed.
Slap. You
respond.
did it with a great axe.
I mean, yes.
It's a bit more than a
slapped with the
slap.
blade of a great axe.
Okay, no,
And
And
you
with
were
all the
supposed to slap
righteous
me.
fury.
You were supposed to slap Tholdar. Once Tholdar doesn't get slapped,
He has to hit something.
he's a freaking barbarian. He's just gonna smack you hard.
I mean, technically speaking, you could have just like hit a rock and it would have worked.
I didn't know that, or I would have.
I know,
Done
it was
that.
funnier not to
Um,
tell you.
But like you have to keep in mind too, for these two dwarves, their whole fighting style is fucking upfront, personal, and like fast and hard, right? They don't do anything by halves. So they expect the world to either work their way or they murder it.
Yeah, like again, this was not my intent going into this session. I joked about Blue on Blue, not expecting it to happen.
I kind of expected the joke to end where Urist ended it.
But
And you took
Well,
it.
I mean-
we took it to a new place, so we did it.
we were drunken dwarves coming back. What did you expect?
I mean, I didn't know what to expect. So
That's
very
probably the
fair.
safest bet.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah, it
expecting
really is.
anything.
Again,
Oh.
I apologize if I ruined anyone's evening. Not David's, but anyone else's.
I think this will be interesting because if you guys do manage to like kill Desert Eagle, I've got backup characters.
I mean,
too.
we have no intent to
So-
actually kill you.
No, we would knock you unconscious, hog tie you, and then break you like an actual horse.
That would be interesting. So,
Oh,
because I mean, you got, like just as stubborn as you guys are dwarves, he's a chieftain too. So
Yeah.
he's got to think for his own people.
yeah, the meeting of the
Yeah,
prides.
we'll see how it goes, but I think it sets up some nice stuff, especially if we get to resolution. As far as
Exactly.
peaceful resolution, I think it can set up some really good relationships down the road.
Yeah, this will be fun. This will be an absolutely insane season, but it will be fun.
I'm just glad that I'm just gonna tell you guys now. On that stealth roll, I rolled a 19
I figured you rolled something really high.
without the. And so I had a high hopes that you guys weren't gonna find me at all. So
It's kind of it was kind of why I dug in and decided to just burn the field because fuck it.
no, it definitely seems like something they would do. So.
All right. Well, I think since we have just a little bit of time before we get going here, and I think that next time we'll need as much time as we can get. First, the main question that I need just for prep purposes is a general idea of where you guys want to go. And all that you really have to go off of is sort of the 5 environments that he gave you. I'll put those in chat so that you guys can see them again. So let's see. It was.
Honestly, as far as the doors are concerned, at least as far as Earth is concerned here, I don't think we care.
Yeah, we don't care. So we'll leave that to the other party members.
We're basically the hired muscle.
Yeah.
We're here to kill shit.
Okay.
That's what we got hired to do. You point us in the direction of whatever the fuck we're supposed to kill, we'll kill it. You point us in the direction of whatever the fuck we're supposed to talk to, we'll probably kill it. So,
Yeah. Okay, so there are the main options, and I mean, you can have a character interaction where you decide this, but I would just like to know, for prep purposes, because I can't really prep all of these things, where you guys
Temples sound fun. Temples do sound fun.
Yeah,
right.
Either that or river settlement. Either way.
Okay.
If that's on, don't let me color your translation of temple, but
okay.
I'm thinking Minecraft temples, the jungle temples.
All right. Cool. Well, I will get that started with prepping, but the other thing that we can do, again, since we have a bit of time, is I think that now, since we have a general idea of where everybody is and what they're doing, we can get some goals going. So I think that is what we will do. So I guess first, we'll go ahead and start with Riven. Do you have any idea for your goals?
I know for sure I want to learn more about Tad's religion, or not religion, but situation there, because he definitely could see himself being a part of something bigger like that. And then for the other two, I will definitely message you along the way, like toward next season. But I definitely do have something in mind, kind of end gamey, but
okay,
yeah. I'll definitely think of some in the meanwhile, because I learned that setting up goals that take forever is not very great as far as XP goes.
Not always, no. Yeah,
right.
Or at least if it is going to be a goal that takes a while, make sure that you actively do a lot to strive towards it. So, yeah,
Right.
Okay, we can keep working on that, but for right now, all I'll have is just sort of learn more about Tad's life and sort of religion, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Can do that. In that case, we'll move to Tad. So, Aaron, the way that we've sort of generally done goals is basically you have 3, I don't know if I've explained this to you before, 3 goal slots, and basically you just sort of talk about, do things that you think that your character would be interested in, that you would like to see your character progress to, and then we go over goals at the beginning and the end of each session, and you're awarded XP based on how well that you did, essentially, toward progressing toward those goals. And each goal has a difficulty, generally, so you get the same amount of XP for progressing, but let's see here. Yeah, actually, I think here I made a document about this, so I will send that to you, or I'll just post it in main chat so that everybody has it for reference. So anyway, so basically all I really need from you at this current time is 3 general goals for your character.
So,
and hang on, we also have like surprise goals where the rest of the party picks a goal for you, but you don't know what it is.
yes, those are also a thing, and they're very fun. And if you want to keep a goal hidden from the rest of the party, you can do so.
Interesting.
Sorry, I realized after I said, hey, let's have Aaron next, that you're completely unfamiliar with the system. Do you want some time?
I can-
Why don't you give Aaron
I
some
can
time
go.
to think?
Yeah, I can go. Or
Okay.
Derek can go.
All right.
I've
In
got
that
some
case,
stuff.
yeah. Let's go ahead and get Dirk. Did you say you had goals?
Yes, I
Okay.
do have some.
All right. Chief Deagle. What are Chief
Yes.
Deagle's goals?
So for number one, he wants to send a message back to the tribe to let them know that he's found some promising, let's just say, a promising opportunity to turn back the tide of the undead. And then he also wants to ascertain a deity deal with Tad's dad. So that's gonna. I'm picturing that as a longer goal that I'll do little things with. So, and then okay, so I'm gonna need some feedback from both Luke and Zach. So I want to get a workable relationship with the dwarves. However, if you guys are going to like help, or if you're just gonna just be like super racist, they're never gonna be remotely okay, then I need to know that so I don't just make a bad goal.
Yeah, no.
So
Tholdar will 100% respect you if you earn that respect by either complying with him, which would probably be easiest, or just showing prowess in combat.
Also, and I'll be straight with you, Derek. Like one of my goals, like one of those goals that I'm going to have, is going to be like, get better working relationships with the party.
Same here.
Urist doesn't technically want that right now, but I want that for Urist.
Yeah,
right?
and I'm the same way. I want that for Tholdar, even if he doesn't want it right now.
Okay, that's perfect because I've got some plans on how
Yeah,
to maybe
we're-
do that in a way that makes sense. So that's not just me coming up and be like, let's be friends, because I don't think they'll ever be friends. But
If you did that, they would just club you unconscious and then.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
So-
pony up some effort, Dirk.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm
Hey, hey, I accept this. Your tribute is accepted.
I'll be talking with David on some plans that I have. See if they'll make sense D&D wise or what. So,
Okay, cool. All
Uh,
right, so in that case, what will your goal be, keeping all this in mind?
the goal, just get a workable relationship with the dwarves. I don't want friends, just like not even necessarily acquaintances, but just like,
so we could be within 100 foot of each other without trying to
Yes.
kill one another.
and if they say something, I don't immediately have to do it, otherwise I'll die. So it's like
Reasonable.
there's a bit of give and take
It's
there.
asking a lot.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, cool. All right, there are your goals. Urst.
Yeah. So goal number one, and like I said, this is the class example of things I want for my character. My character doesn't necessarily want for himself.
Sure.
I need a working relationship with the party, right?
I mean, frankly,
It's-
you should have a emo mage also attacking you. For getting slashed, I don't know why he did it.
It's fair.
Because he's too passive.
He's
It's
also
more
scared,
about I don't
scared
want
of
to
losing
make
another
more of-
character.
No, it's more of I don't want to make more of a fight than
It's more of
than
a
matters.
yeah. We already had enough stuff going down, and Quentin was trying to be
Right.
nice to poor David.
But yeah, as fun as it is to be like super abrasive and be the fucking weird jackasses running around, we
Like we don't want to screw you guys over.
Yeah,
That's
screw
not
you.
Zach and I's goal. It's we're trying to sit true to character, but if we can develop those characters to where we're not messing up your guys' experience, that's ideal.
But they are abrasive jackasses by very nature, so we have to get through that little bit first. And then I think another one, Ernest doesn't know about Tad's dad yet, but I think that's a conversation I really want to see.
Okay.
So I don't know how we want to word that. But
Yeah,
like,
so just, ask Tad some questions about his deity.
or yeah, have a discussion with Tad about his deity, maybe.
Sure, yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
He is like very much a Talejala supremacist, as you could probably guess. So that's gonna go about as well as you'd imagine. And I don't know if we talked about that in the lore, but Talejala directly created the dwarves.
David
So-
got me up to speed on a majority of
Yeah.
religious.
Yeah. So the whole thing he was
found it necessary for me to know.
where your deity was talking about, where Talejala just kind of yells him out of the room. His children are about as same.
No,
Um,
fully aware. I have 3 weeks.
So that's gonna be a fun conversation. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, that's
Although
really cool.
Urist, unlike his brother, is less likely to yell you out of the room and just be a fucking sarcastic snide asshole.
Whereas Tholdar is a zealot, so
Yeah, Tholar will cut your fucking arms off. And feed him to you through your fucking anus.
I mean, we can work to an arrangement. It's just he's going to be much more suspect of you, given how closely tied you are.
We already suspect you because you don't work for money. Can't trust a man that doesn't work for money.
Yeah,
Also true.
that's fair. All right, third goal.
Weird. Third goal is to do some gear power ups for my brother and myself. I got some spell items I can create that I need to get made, so I need to get those out. Let Tholdar be able to cast some spells because that's fair.
Oh goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, do you want an item that casts haste on you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh my gosh, that sounds broken.
What about one that casts absorb elements?
I mainly care about the haste, but that would be cool too.
I don't know if I can actually do the haste one yet. That might be later. I think it's only first and second level spells.
Yeah. Okay.
But I can give you an item that does cure wounds.
Oh, there you go.
You don't really need that though. I can do the one that links us together and gives whatever one's on the receiving end complete resistance to all damage.
That might not be terrible.
That's fair.
Anyway,
All right.
so that's your third goal.
That's
Yep.
the third
So
goal.
in that case, Tholdar, it is your turn.
Okay, so my first goal, Tholdar, in his love for coin, is going to look for opportunities to maybe pick up some side jobs along the way here. Just, keep that money rolling in, because that's what Tholdar loves.
All right. Cool.
I would also like to get to a working relationship with other members of the party.
You need
What
to
is
get
it
into where
with
they
this
trust
group and
slap
having
you.
characters that seem to not get along with each other super well?
Hey, Reggie got along with the party great.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah,
last
that's
session, especially after Fluffy's transformation, we all got along really well.
It's fair.
I mean,
Bob
for the
got
most
along
part.
with the party pretty well.
We had to deal with Nightmare stupidity, but and then I would like my final goal.
I would say enthusiasm.
Yes,
That's a better word. That's the better word.
I would like my final goal to
He's
be
very
a surprise
passionate.
goal. So I'm going to dip out here.
Oh, all right. Surprise goal time. Cool.
Oh
All right,
gosh.
he is
God,
gone.
God, I feel a very nightmare vein to those fucking goals.
Like part of me wants to be like make his goal get the saddle on me, and ride me. I just
that
If
honestly
you're
that
down
sounds.
for that, I'm 100% in.
no. That's kind of one of my end goals is to actually just work with the dwarves. Like he doesn't mind them riding him. He wants to be a part of the decision. So
Okay.
so that is possible if like they'll be able to get there, but it might be a long
we've
time.
had secret goals that have taken a while.
It's true. We've had some that have taken pretty much the entire season. Yes.
And those are ones, those that'll be a fun one for like progress and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think
It
like,
could be
with
very
the,
champion
with the
moment.
like official like statement be like basically get the saddle on and ride Chief Deagle working with him or like with his consent would be the like thing there.
I don't know if we
Because
want
like
to tag.
I wouldn't want him like
I don't know if
just
we need to-
strapping it on you in your sleep or something.
I don't think I'm gonna sleep next to those guys for a very long time.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying.
don't know if the consent parts is important.
I don't know if I want to necessarily put the like that he is okay with it as part of the goal because I think that'll come with him wanting to get better relationship.
Okay.
But-
I think it just Ride into battle. Ride into battle on with Chief
Yes,
Deagle, right?
I
Or
think-
on Chief
okay.
Deagle.
Yes, I think that's a better way to put
All
it.
right.
If that means the dwarves end up finding him, catching him, clubbing him unconscious, and strapping the saddle to him, I mean, maybe that's what happens.
Yeah, maybe that is.
Ride into battle on Chief Deagle.
Yeah, I feel like that one has some potential for fun.
That could be
Yeah.
really cool. All right.
I wouldn't want it to become the against his will way, but if that's what
If
happens,
that
that's
what's
what happens.
if the dice say that's what happens,
All
Yeah,
right, telling him he can come back.
my love for randomness is stronger than my love for story.
Oh,
Fair.
yeah. This will be fun. Fun indeed. Also, I'm kind of suspecting that he went AFK to like get booze or something. So.
Mark it on your character sheet so that you can remember what it is if you like, because I forget.
He's back. There we go.
I am back.
All right. Yeah, we've got a good one for you.
Cool.
All right. So, Aaron, having seen how all of this works, you have some ideas for goals.
Some. They're very vague.
It's okay. We are totally down to help you develop them. We pretty much do that every single time.
I feel like I'm already kind of just innately pursuing these goals. I've already
That's
pretty well
perfectly fine.
established
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
I want to further my deity's power. I'm really beyond my deity's interest. I'm interested in how magic works, and I really want to start digging into that.
Okay. So, before we get going any further, further my deity's power is sure. I can totally see why your character wants that, but we do need like a quantifiable thing of okay, this is when this goal is complete.
Okay. I
Like,
want.
You could have like gain
Could be
you
an
know,
amount of
X-
followers, maybe.
X number of followers. Yeah, that could be a thing.
I was thinking have the name recognizable in a major city.
Oh,
But I
Okay.
feel like amounts of followers would be much easier to obtain.
You can also.
Yeah.
There's nothing. So once you put a goal into a slot, right? There's nothing that says after a session you can't be like, that goal doesn't really fit what I'm going for anymore.
Uh-huh.
There's no punishment for modifying it because you get as long as you're making progress. Well, that goal's in there, right?
Yeah.
Then that's fine. Like you didn't lose anything. Something was there giving you experience. It's not like right. There's no like investment to a goal. Just you're free to modify or to remove or to change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to, and let me write this down as I type it. I want to advance my deity's prowess.
Okay.
And maybe that has sub goals within it. Maybe this is like a very ambitious goal.
So that's
like
where.
almost.
So that's
And I
kind of where
want
progress
to
comes
define
in.
the pantheon. I want to have a definite mission statement.
you have to have at least 25 faith.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess just needs to be you have 3 goal slots. Just need to be clearly defined, achievable goals. Think smart goals.
Also, I mean, we could also let Aaron think on this and send them to you, David.
It's very
Yeah.
true. Yeah. If you don't immediately have them right now, that's fine. But just if you want to try to armor now, that's fine. If you want to do them later, that's fine. We'll go over goals before we get started next session as well. So if you want to wait till then, that's fine.
And then, can you explain the secret goals again?
Basically,
So-
what it is that we kicked Luke out of the voice call, and
Who
we
initiated
came up
that?
with
I did.
he
I
left.
chose that.
He left.
So-
He decided on that. And then we basically came up with a goal that we think would be fun or interesting or exciting or cool for him to pursue for
So
Thulbar.
Cool.
here's okay. Never mind. I was gonna give an example, but he left. All right. What would be good? Oh, Dirk,
Let's see here. He is out.
your surprise goal for the end of last season was for Nightmare to kill with something other than the sword, like get an unconventional kill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got real close a couple times.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And I was trying to like figure out ways to help you out and like yeet people onto
Yeah.
you or something, but
You had one.
Anyway.
I think you were doing like a fucking baseball.
we were
slide.
sliding down. Yeah, we were like, oh,
Yeah,
maybe hit something
and
at
you
the bottom.
almost like hooked somebody and murdered them, but you
Oh.
missed. And it was like, no, that was the chance. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, so
Um,
Aaron, what would be good for his character?
That's a good one. That's fun though.
I think maybe like some sort of so he's talked about even how he's polytheistic, like he's not set on this being his one deity. So maybe something where he's exploring.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
could do
like
something
have
with
an
those,
interaction with another deity.
We
An
could
interaction with,
probably
or
be-
like listen, maybe even like when he's in conversation with the dwarves, have him be open to hearing about Tali Jala, because that's something that he probably wouldn't be since his deity's against it. Like I don't know, something like that.
I mean, his deity isn't
also-
necessarily against it per se.
There's also the fact that his character doesn't quite know it yet, but like Urist is actually a fucking, when it comes to understanding the nature of the arcane down to its like base roots, like that's the guy he wants to talk to.
That's true. So it could be
So
like
it could be
seeking out.
Yeah, like
Well, his god said that they were figuring out how magic works.
right. He's got a
Two
magic
time
works, but-
level-
Well, yeah, that already feels like it ties in. So maybe we don't want another one that goes directly
But I
with
was
that.
thinking more in the vein of like fostering the relationships in the party, right? Because for his first one here, we're gonna want one that we're very capable of like
Assisting with,
pretty
yeah.
actively pushing him towards, right? Because and we
I
haven't
didn't get
seen
that.
Yeah.
we haven't seen quite enough. I don't think I've seen enough of the character to really.
All right, let's go with
Yeah, probably something easier is going to be good because the other two that he has there are going to be pretty hard.
Yeah, I think we should probably then.
Well, he just said he has two more lined out, so he's gonna make them all
Oh,
support.
okay.
I think.
Gotcha.
But
So,
yeah,
like-
I think I'm down with a learn from Urist.
learn from Urist, or like I think the open conversation about Tali Jala could be pretty good because it's again something. That the
What if we
party
just
can
did
bring.
like a learn from the dwarves? Like either he learns about Tali Jala from me, or he learns about Arcane from you, and
That's
either of those will fulfill
entirely,
it.
yeah, I quite like that.
Okay.
That's something that we can definitely. It wouldn't be a ton of experience, but it'll definitely like be something.
It's a
we
good
can-
kick in the pants to show him, hey, here's how it works,
Yeah.
where we're headed.
Yeah.
and we can
Get a
also we
Sunday
can
school lesson from the dwarves.
we can push that as far as we need to too.
Sure.
Yeah, some sort of lesson from the dwarves, though.
Okay. Cool.
Does that mean you're probably gonna get hung upside down and swirled? Maybe, but
That's what just happened to poor Riven and Chief Deagle.
Jesus fuck.
All right. I'm telling him
I
he's
didn't
going
get
to come back.
spoiled. I got blasted the crap in half.
You didn't get hit as bad as poor Riven.
I disagree.
All right. He back.
I got hit.
Yeah.
You don't get
You
to
did
know.
get hit.
You don't get to know.
That was a joke.
Yeah. All right, here's what it is, Aaron. Here's what it is. We want you to draw a rainbow in the sky with your magic that you learned.
Yeah.
I will begin masturbating now.
Has to be a triple though.
Ooh.
Unacceptable if anything less.
Maybe a triple. Okay.
Oh baby, a triple.
All right. And just a sort of general tip for you, Aaron, is that definitely like those goals that you outlined, I think they're good goals. They're interesting goals. I guess the gather 25 followers makes sense, but it will be fairly
Hard
difficult.
to do where we're going.
Yeah, especially where you're going, where there's, I mean, it's doable, but it's gonna be difficult. So
There's
it's
not
probably
many living where we're headed.
I will say though, if you convince, like, really sell Chief Deagle on this, he can send word back to his tribe, and you might occur some passive followers that way.
possibly, yeah. So that one
That's
makes
one
sense.
revenue stream.
Cool. If that if you want to keep that, that's totally fine. The other one, I guess, I would just like to ask why Tad is interested in this mostly, and yeah.
Also, just sent you another thought.
Okay.
I see sentient objects as kind of like supreme magic. It's machine learning or AI to us.
Would Nightmare count as a sentient object, and his sister and his brother?
Technically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so if one of them showed up,
Basically, the sentient is
You guys are technically
I
cursed
want
though.
to just delve into magic, and that
Okay.
was the most quantifiable method.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, yeah, I think the goal makes sense, but the thing I'm going to warn you about is that the one you had before is going to be a fairly difficult one. This is going to be a pretty difficult one as well, and
The one I said, yeah.
well, no, just this one we're talking about. You have 3 goal slots.
Okay.
One of them is taken up by the surprise goal we just ironed out.
Yep.
And so then you have
But-
2 others.
It is worth keeping in mind, though, too. Difficult goals reward more XP if you achieve them. It's just a matter of achieving them.
Although, just general tip overall, we have found that typically the best way to do it is have a mix of harder and easier goals. To
Yeah,
better
have like
stream
one
of
easy,
XP.
one medium, one hard, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can. There's obviously mixtures
do
of ways
I
of doing
lie
that, but
right
that's how we found it to be most effective.
AK, that's how Zach broke the system and leveled up faster than any of the rest of us.
I
I
would
can't
never
sound
ever do
surprised.
such a thing.
Um,
I didn't have 2 levels in the rest of the party.
But again,
am I allowed to know like the difficulty of the secret surprise goal?
since this is the
at
first
very
one, we
least
should probably
for-
let him know.
Yeah, at the very least for the first one, this is an average one, I'd say. Average, possibly a little bit harder, but overall average.
We usually tend to aim for mediums on
Yeah.
secrets.
And you also may or may not get help from us with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, the point of the secret goal is the party's going to be trying to push you towards the goal because we know it and you don't.
Yeah.
So it's almost like trying to understand where the person wants their character to go well enough that we can put a goal forth that we can naturally get you to stumble upon.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
sort of like
having
it's an incentive for everyone to know the other people's characters better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Having done several of these, you usually have no fucking clue what it is until after one session when somebody goes, "Hey, you did it," and you're just like,
Oh,
"What are
my
you fucking?"
Did I ever get mine last session? Or last season?
Yours wasn't one that was really
no.
super duper ultra gettable.
Yeah,
What
it was
was
kind
mine?
of
Yeah,
just
curious.
it was there. It was there for us to give you a bunch of progress EXP.
What was it? I'm curious.
To
It
develop
was
your own unique style of casting.
basically figure out
I mean,
your
that's-
identity as a sorcerer.
Yeah, you
So
got.
I
you were
didn't get
getting
that
close.
when I completed all my sorcery spells.
No, it was different.
No, because
from
you were still like casting in the way that you're kind of showed by Dion and all those other things. You were getting progress when you do things like try to copy Bob's methods or like try to use somebody else's methods to like understand the weird extra
Gotcha.
ways you can cast.
I feel like I may have actually kind of gotten there at the very end, but by that
Mhm.
point, it was the last session, so it
yeah.
didn't matter.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Okay, anyway, sorry, that was just made me curious.
Okay,
I think I had one too, but I don't fucking.
yeah, I don't remember.
So where would the difficulty for my other current goals lie?
So the
Sentient
gather
artifact
25
seems like a
followers
hard-
is quite difficult, and the obtain of such object is
Can you
definitely
use the
going to be very
difficulty
difficult.
listed in the?
Yeah,
document?
like I have the gather 25 followers as a hard or deadly, and I have the obtaining a sentient artifact or object as deadly, for sure.
Oh.
Or Deadly Plus, yeah.
Yeah, possibly, depending on.
Yeah, I would probably.
Let's
Well,
change
that
the
one out.
sentient artifact.
There's also when it comes
What's
down to a case of having to like it being in a situation where you can't quite quantify, right? Where you just ambiguity is going to be necessary for what the goal is.
Yeah.
There can be some leeway for you to determine when it ends, and based upon how much time you've spent investing into that goal, that kind of will affect the difficulty. We've seen
Right, so like, we'll determine when we think we've made the progress we wanted to make with the party for all of us that have that goal. David will just go, "Hey, I think you make progress. Do you want to count that as complete, or do you want to keep working on it?"
Okay.
Yep.
So you could for like the you could say something like
Learn
Ted-
about sentient beings or something.
Ted wants to have to build himself a proper foundation in the knowledge of magic or something like that, right? Like you're gonna have to determine what a proper foundation means, but we have something that says like, hey, do you feel like Ted's got that foundation now? Yes or no, right? Like that's what we need to be able to do with the goal.
Okay.
And again, these don't have to be determined right now. You can think about them. We have
you
time.
can think about them for a little bit longer.
Definitely, the obtained sentient object is kind of out of reach for now.
Okay.
It's gonna be a real tough one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially
let
since
me
you get ones.
maintain the secret goal and the 25 followers.
And then we'll
we'll
figure
come
out
back
the
to
other
those.
one.
Figure out the third one. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Cool. That is
Next session?
1000% fine. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that is going to be the other fun thing is
If it's after next Sunday, I'm probably definitely out for it. If it's before, like if you got,
But
but I know
V2 isn't coming till then?
we'll see.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's going to be interesting because
And I mean, I'll probably be out like generously 2 weeks, potentially more, depending on how things go.
okay, gotcha. All right. Well, in that case, we could try to plan for another night like later this week. I would probably say
I mean,
Wednesday
Thursday's probably
right
our
after probably Thursday, yeah.
best night to shoot for this week if everyone's available.
I am
Q,
available.
Thursday.
Let me look. I have it here.
I know Aaron
Yeah,
just
I'm
said something,
available
but I didn't hear
Thursday.
what.
I'm available for Thursday.
Dirk, what
Do
were
I
you
shoot
saying?
Man,
for
this is
Thursday
like D&D rapid fire. Look at this.
Yeah, we're fucking hauling ass. on
we're
these
we're
things.
trying
We
to
have
get
Well-
it
schedule
in
everything.
before one
Well,
of
we
our
gotta
players
schedule everything all
vanishes.
weird and just like
Yeah.
Oh,
We're gonna have
I'm okay with it. Like I know, I'm
I love.
down.
Yeah, always down to play more.
And
Yeah.
if like
How long?
I'm out because of my own fault, and so if you guys need to run without me, do
Well,
that.
That was me the point I was going to bring up. You said you're probably out for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, probably.
We could run some sort of like mini thingamajig, right? We could try a different system out. We could do something small.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah,
like
and there's
It doesn't
also
even have to be David DMing.
That's very, very true.
yeah,
Right.
you
The
can do
forever
that. I
DM's
can
ears
also.
have just perked up.
There you go. So you guys work on
D&D
that.
summer break.
You
Or,
guys
I
work
guess
on
it'd be
that another
winter
time.
break.
Yeah,
Yes, go ahead.
we'll talk more about this, but yeah, for the time being, at very least, let's shoot
for Thursday.
Thursday evening, 16th.
Yep.
And if Baby does not come by then, great. We'll have the session
Cool.
and then have some sort of break and we'll figure out something else to do. If Baby does come before then, we'll figure out something else to do.
Yep, and I will let you guys know as soon as I am looking like being able to come back once baby does come.
Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, we can. We are in a glorious, glorious time for TTRPGs in this world right now. There's a million of them, and they're great.
Is there any sort of like futuristic setting one
Yeah,
with
that's what I
like
was gonna
lasers
say.
and
I was gonna
You mean
say,
like-
yeah,
yes.
I would totally
like
be down
spaceships
to run
and,
Stars
like,
Without Number if we wanted to try it.
Something Star Warsy.
I like
Would be
space
cool.
themes.
Oh, there's some.
I believe there are both Star
Alright.
Wars and Star Trek systems. So, but we can discuss
I-
this more later.
Yeah, later. Dota.
So,
Yeah.
all right, but yeah, thanks for the session, guys. That was good. Also, sorry I didn't give you guys a break in the middle of this session because I definitely thought that like after you guys coming back from town, it was just gonna be like, okay, cool, we're back together. Where we want to go? All right, we're going there. All right, we're done. And an hour and a half later,
I had to take 2 pee breaks in there.
I know.
You're
I'm
welcome.
sorry. I would have if I had anticipated it, but I did not, as happens in D&D. So,
All right.
good
Dota time.
session.
Dota
Thanks
time.
for watching,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Oh yeah.
Bye.